Hello, all students and dear parents. Welcome to Resonance Institutions. And today, as you know, we are in the 23rd January session 2 live discussion, shift to evening paper discussion. And in today's paper, coming to overall paper, it is more than moderate with both physics and maths more lengthier than expected, and chemistry was to be comparatively to be little comfortable, right? So along with me, first of all myself, Vamsi Krishna, chemistry faculty, and along with me, subject experts are there, senior faculty Vivek Kumar sir is there from mathematics. Sir, please come, sir. And Hayat sir is there from physics department. So let's first discuss what is the overall observation of this 23rd evening shift, and then we will go to the in detail discussion. Vivek sir.
So basically, what we have seen, paper is little bit the lengthy paper is there. We can't say conceptually difficult paper. Paper is not at all this much of difficult. But once we can do the calculation is taking more and more time.
Okay.
So you can say the paper is the lengthy paper. So moderate to difficult segment we can keep this paper.
That means is it something this type of situation that when student sees the question, he feels that he can do it, but the moment he starts it, it will take more time than expected.
Correct. Once you can see, you can feel yes, you are able to be solve the sum. But once you can start solving the sum, obviously it is taking the more time in a calculation part.
Okay. And any information about from which chapters the questions are more weightage given, or any information, sir?
Generally, the question, every paper we are observing here, the question is coming from the progression, 3D is there, vector is there, almost the same pattern only it is there. We can't say like that this particular sum, more number of sum came. Yeah, this particular chapter, less number of sum is coming. Not. They are maintaining like a same pattern only.
Okay. Hayat sir, can you add for physics part?
Yes, sir. Coming to the physics part, after speaking to the students, majority of the student found that the paper was like a bit from moderate to the difficult side, and majority of the student were saying that more towards the difficult side they were saying, and the language of the question was used. Whatever the language was used was quite difficult to understand. And after reading the questions, they were like a student got panic after reading the questions, and whatever the previous shifts we have seen so far, comparatively with all those previous shifts, this was slightly moderate to tougher side, more and more on the tougher side we have seen.
Okay, tougher is one point. Tougher is one point you are telling, and what about the time consumption per question? Any such type of information we got from our students?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The time consumption was, it was taking more and more time. Like it was taking more than the expected part. So, like for example, more than like previous papers, previous questions, they were able to solve in 1.5 minutes. But this were taking more than 2 minutes or 3 minutes. They were taking.
Okay. So if first of all, I will complete with the chemistry paper also, and then we will go with some more important points discussion. Coming to chemistry paper, the level of the paper is a little better in comparison to physics and maths. That means the students who are strong in basic concepts, they are able to do the questions, and but surprisingly, maths and physics were more than moderate. Even physical chemistry from chemistry was also more than moderate. So this makes the entire paper calculation part becomes very challenging in this paper. So we have to see how the percentiles will come with lesser marks, how the percentiles and all will be there. This is one observation we have got. Still we are collecting the information, and as and when we are getting important information, we will be sharing with you in between also. Sir, coming to another important point, sir, we are discussing from session 1 onwards on this concept. Suppose there is some average student who is who want to qualify the exam and get into the actual competition. So cutoff is something like 100 to 110. So if any student have to get 100 to 120, guaranteely if he has to be in this bracket, what are the chapters you will suggest from mathematics, sir?
Just I will suggest from the mathematics, must we do the work on the 3D?
That means, sir,
3D.
from 100 to 120 means per subject it should be 35 to 40 marks.
40 marks.
For 35 to 40 marks, what chapters in crisp direct
Yeah, must
he has
be,
to study?
must be you can do the 3D because every paper we are observing, sir, from point to line distance, along the distance, foot of perpendicular image, like that question, each and every paper we are receiving.
मतलब ये पूरा
हाँ.
एक ही 3D का ही है.
All are from the one 3D only.
Okay.
From the one concept they can learn from point to line distance concept. They can easily get the one question from there.
Okay.
Vector also we are observing. Vector basically the cross product. If you are thorough, go through this part, so definitely you can get the one sum from there. Another progression also we are observing, sir. So
Okay,
always AP,
GP.
GP, one question are coming. That is maybe a little bit calculative, you can say, but the question are the easy question only.
Okay.
Quadratic also we are filling the location of roots and the question are the easy. You can easily do this thing.
Okay.
So my observation is this one. Must you have to do this one.
Okay. Okay. And any such type of chapters are there which are guaranteely will come small, easy, students can easily, comfortably do prepare for such type of chapters and can add 2-3 questions extra?
Extra then what we are observing here, conic section part always coming 2 to 3 question there.
Okay.
Parabola, ellipse and hyperbola, and that all the question are there standard format only.
Okay.
So no need to be going to the detail for the properties. Only you can know the standard form. Apart from that little bit tangent and normal concept, easily you are able to be solve this.
Okay. And Hayat sir, from physics part, if the student have to get 35 to 40 marks means 7 to 8, 9 questions, let us assume. So what are the chapters the best they can, students can do with lesser effort, but they can get to these many questions?
Yes, sir. We since from session 1 we have been observing this part that the with less efforts and majority of the marks or the student can do it is like units and dimensions, including the errors. Every time in every session we are getting the question from this part. Logic gates we are getting the question from this, and ray optics in geometrical optics specifically, right in this 2026 session 1 we have been observing prism question has been consistently repeated. One way or the other, the topic prism has been repeated, followed by the lenses. And in the starting session, we have also seen the questions related to the microscope as well as the telescope. And followed by that, nowadays the questions are very simple questions are coming from the alternating current and also from the EMI part. So from EMI part specifically, one topic is there. From that, E is equals to BLV based formulas, they are giving the questions in this last 2-3 sessions. So if a student is preparing for the next sessions, usually if the student is going with units and dimensions, including errors, geometrical optics, and also alternating current, they can go electromagnetic waves, they can go, and geometrical optics, and also one more like semiconductors, logic gates, which is being repeated. But in the morning session, today's morning session, instead of the logic gates, we got a Zener diode. In every of our full syllabus test paper, we were giving the Zener diode. There was an expectation and we got that question, fortunately. And moreover, whatever the questions, whatever the chapters I have said used, from that the student can easily score around 35 to 40 marks easily they can score, because few of them including electrostatics also, from here we are getting 2 questions, and thermodynamics. So these are the less efforts which will give you more questions. That's from the physics side.
And if I have to cover from chemistry part, right, in all these 5 sessions till now, what we have observed is in inorganic chemistry, there is a trio chapters like a periodic table, chemical bonding, coordination compounds. These 3 chapters are very comfortably any student can prepare, that too limiting to NCERT level preparation. Easily the students are getting 5 to 6 questions. 5 to 6 questions is not a simple amount. 20 to 24 marks easily getting from these 3 chapters. Then you can add to this atomic structure and solutions and colligative properties. So 2 more questions will be added. And from inorganic chemistry, quantitative analysis is one very regularly the question they are asking, and biomolecules also they are asking. So from these 7 chapters, if you are preparing, comfortably you will be able to get almost 9 to 10 questions, because in the morning session 23rd January, today's morning session also, if you see, from single coordination compounds itself 3 questions have come. So from many a times during the revision time also, we have made the resonant students to practice for especially for coordination compounds, so that this high weightage can be utilized by them, right sir? So the next point I want to share is maybe in maths theoretical questions may not be possible much, but I want to know any chapters are there that theoretical questions can be asked within a lesser amount of time, students can prepare and also score from such type of questions, sir. Theoretical questions in physics.
So usually we have seen very less theoretical questions, one or two precisely, and also like from work, power, and energy, we got like in every session theoretical question barely we are getting any of the questions.
Okay.
Okay, and if like if you see in yesterday's evening or morning shift, barely we got any theoretical question, and even if suppose any theoretical question, we can expect from optics side only,
Okay.
because we are getting two questions from that part every time, so we may expect from the optics side.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the thing.
Okay. So from that means majority of the theoretical questions will be can be expected from chemistry only. That too from the inorganic chemistry. So another point I want to add here, that is in organic chemistry, the set of reagents they are giving and they are asking for the interconversion. Compound A converting into B, then to C, then to D, and asking the final structure of D or its molecular mass or functional group, something they are asking. So multi-level questions are getting asked in organic chemistry. So be very thorough with all the list of reagents given in NCERT textbook, because in any of the shift, any of the question, they are not going beyond NCERT reagent. This is one of the very important point that students have to keep in mind while preparation, right? And anything more you want to add to this upcoming session, students, are from a match point of view? One thing very important, that after tomorrow's 24th January, 25th, 26th, 27th, 3 days students are not having exam.
Any examination.
Some students are very lucky that they are getting on the 28th, but only lucky when they are utilizing that 3 days carefully, mindfully. If they are utilizing it, that will be an advantage to them. Otherwise, it will be a big regret for them. Understand this point, and I want the experts to give any advices that these students, 28th session and even tomorrow's session students also can follow and make their scores better.
Yeah, just I will suggest the 28 session a student. कि whatever you can go through this, the 8 session paper is there, sir. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, two paper is there. This all the paper, go through this one. All the concept you can read once, and all the question must you have to be solved. So obviously the revision is going to be complete. But for the 24 session, I will suggest again you can go through the 3D, vector, quadratic, progression. This all the basic concept you can see. Even what we are observing here, differential equation especially, always question is coming from the linear equation type. So must be 6-7 question or 10 question you can solve from the differential equation, especially into the linear type. So we are expecting a question again will come from that only. Progression also the same thing only, AP and GP question mostly are coming. Yeah, sometime you can, if paper they can make a more difficult, so maybe SN minus 1 concept also, it is the useful for all of you.
Coming to the physics side, as of now, I just recommend all the students of tomorrow's session usually to go through the formulas, and by seeing the present shift, past shift, like today's shift, morning or evening, or yesterday's shift, whatever the shifts has been done, based on that, I do not suggest you to take the what the paper is tougher or easy. You may lose your confidence. So wait for that part. You have solved enough number of questions. So just believe yourself. You can do it. Whether it is 24th or whether it is 28th session, you have solved countless number of problems. n number of problems you have solved in all the subjects. So not to take any tension, just be chill. And specifically the students who are attempting on 28, they might go by the PYQs. Mostly we have seen the derivatives of the PYQs, specifically in from the physics side, I believe from maths and chemistry also.
Correct.
But from the physics side, most precisely PYQ derivatives has been asked. So only the language has been given. So if the student is seeing 24 and 25 question papers completely January as well as April attempts, specific I'm saying for the 28 session, so they are having enough time, so they can go for this. But just the only one thing is they have to be calm. You know, you can solve the question. This is just a fear which is coming to your mind. The 28 might be toughest, it may be easiest. Don't predict that paper. Just whatever you have practice, just work on that, believe that, stay calm. 100% you are going to crack JEE Main 2026.
Thank you, Hayat sir, and thank you, Vivek sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Now I welcome our chemistry subject expert, Srinivas sir, to discuss some of the questions from chemistry department. Please, sir. Right. Yes. Myself, Srinivas, working as a chemistry faculty in resonance. Right now, I am going to be discuss some questions from the chemistry which we got recently from the students. Right. So the first question they asked from the ionic periodic properties. Right. What I observed in this main session, they are regularly asking, frequently asking the questions from the periodic properties and chemical bonding, complex compounds, and black elements. And sometimes they are asking the questions from the D black elements also. You people have to make the short notes from the inorganic. You have to revise number of times. You have to practice problems, whatever you have in the sheet. Then it will work out in a good way. Right. First question they given from the periodic properties based on the size and based on the EN. Okay, right? What is the statement 1? Size of O minus 2 is smaller than F minus 1. Size of O minus 2 is smaller than F minus 1. What is the relation between the O minus 2 and F minus 1? Both are isoelectronic species because both having the same number of electrons. Both are isoelectronic species. What is the trend in the isoelectronic species? For isoelectronic species, negative charge increases, size increases. Why? Because Z effective is decreases. Positive charge increases, size is decreases. Right? That is the general trend happened in the case of isoelectronic species. Here we have the two isoelectronic species. One is O minus 2, next one F minus 1. As O oxygen carries the more negative charge, its size is more than the F minus 1. Then what is the statement they given? Size of O minus 2 is smaller than the F minus 1, which is wrong statement. For isoelectronic species, negative charge increases, size increases. Positive charge increases, size decreases. Why? Because Z effective increases. Right. So first statement is wrong. Electronegativity of fluorine is more than that of oxygen. This is basic fundamental question from the chemistry. Without knowing the En values of the elements, we can't deal the chemistry, right? Here, electronegativity of fluorine is, yes, among all the elements, fluorine exhibit the highest En value. Almost it is 4, 3.98 is the exact value. What is the exact En of fluorine? 3.98, approximately we can take 4. Yes, fluorine is more En. Electronegativity of fluorine is more than that of oxygen.
Right. This is the correct statement. Okay. Statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2 is correct. Right. Right. Statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2 are correct. So option 4 is the correct one. Right. Let's move to next question. Yes, this question asked from the organic chemistry. Right. As they involved the alkene. This topic is from the alkenes preparation and alkenes properties, chemical properties. Right. Right. See here, here, here we have the compound treated with zinc. Upon heating, what happened? What happened? Elimination takes place. ZnBr2 get eliminated, then you get the alkene, right? This is the alkene you get, right? After that, they added the HBr, right? What is the kind of reaction? Electrophilic addition reaction. That is the characteristic property of alkenes. What is the characteristic property of alkenes? Electrophilic addition reaction. Here, what is the electrophile? H plus is the electrophile. There are two chances to attack the electrophile. It can attack over here, over this carbon. It can attack over this carbon. This is not symmetrical alkene. Okay, if it attacks over here, then what happened? Here you get the carbocation. If here what happened? Here H, here we have the methyl group, here you get the positive charge. One chance, second chance. This is the second chance. Here you get the plus charge, here methyl group is there, here ethyl group is there. Okay, this is the intermediate form. Okay, in the both intermediate, which is more stable, that gives the major product. Here first carbocation stability we can compare with first resonance, next hyperconjugation, next we have to compare with inductive effect. See here we have the, no need to, here we have the what, one hydrogen, here we have the two hydrogens. Totally it has the 3 alpha hydrogens, right? This carbocation also, here we have the one hydrogen, here we have, it also having the 3 alpha hydrogens because number of alpha hydrogens are same. Okay, we can't compare with the help of hyperconjugation. Then go through inductive effect. Here its inductive effect is more, ethyl inductive effect is more than the methyl inductive effect. Then this intermediate is stable intermediate. Then take the stable intermediate to get the major product, as they asked major product in the question. Now this is the stable intermediate, right? That stable intermediate I am taking. This is the stable intermediate. Okay, right? What happened here? This is the secondary carbocation. There is a chance for the hydride shift to get the what? Tertiary carbocation. Then this hydride shift takes place. Okay, then what you get? You get the tertiary carbocation. Positive charge. Okay, over here, here we have the methyl. Then our nucleophile Br minus attack over here. Then finally, you get the product like this. You get the product like this. Okay, this is the answer. This is the major product, right? First elimination, after that electrophilic addition. Whenever whenever carbocation is the intermediate, then you have to solve the problem very carefully because there are rearrangements, ring expansions, ring contractions are involved. Here rearrangement takes place by the hydride shift, and that major product we got this one. Then what is the correct option? Option 1 is the correct one. Let's move to next question. Yeah, this question asked from the chemical bonding. Okay, xenon dioxide difluoride. They give the xenon dioxide difluoride. Select the correct statement. It shows theta shape. Number of lone pairs of electrons in on xenon is 1. Bond angle of FXEF is 180 degree approximately. It has the tetrahedral shape. Okay, these are the statements they given. Right. A and D are both are contradictory statements. One statement gives the seesaw shape, one statement gives the tetrahedral shape, then one of the statement obviously wrong. Right, whatever it may be, let us see. What is the hybridization of xenon dioxide difluoride? It has the 8 valency electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double bond O, fluorine, fluorine, right. Okay, what is the steric number? Here you should count only sigma electrons, not pi bonded electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steric number is what? 5. What is the hybridization? sp3d. sp3d and having the one lone pair. Okay, what is the sp3d geometry? Right, trigonal bipyramidal. sp3d without lone pair geometry is equals to shape. But here sp3d, the molecule is in the sp3d hybridization and geometry is obviously trigonal bipyramidal, but they asking the shape. Shape is the what? In the sp3d hybridization with one lone pair, shape is the scissors. Okay, xenon. Okay, here I have oxygens, here I have oxygens, fluorine, fluorine, here I have the lone pair. Right, right. Seesaw shape, first statement is right. Number of lone pair of electrons on xenon is 1. Obviously, number of lone pair electrons on xenon is 1. This is also correct statement. And bond angle of FXEF is 180 degree. Yes, obviously, right. Don't confuse here. You have to apply the, when you have to apply the Bend's rule in the sp3d hybridization. More electronegative atoms must be on axial position and lone pairs must be on equatorial position. This is the correct representation of the structure. Then this bond angle is what? 180 degree. Obviously 180 degree linear shape. Right. Bond angle is what? 180 degree. Then statement C also right. What is the wrong statement? Tetrahedral shape is the wrong statement. What are the correct statements? A is correct statement, B is correct statement, C is correct statement. The correct option will be 3. That's it. Right, let's move to next question. Yeah, again they asked the question from the quantitative analysis. POC. Curious method. They asked the what? Find the percentage of chlorine in the organic compound. What is the question? In the estimation of chlorine by Curious method, 0.245 grams of 0.245 grams of organic compound gave 0.5453 grams of AgCl. Find the percentage of chlorine. What is the formula? Direct formula na? Percentage of chlorine is equals to 35.5 by 143.5 into X by W into 100. Already I explained how to remember the formulas. How to remember the formulas in the quantitative analysis, in the estimation of elements, percentage of elements. I given the tricks, right? Same trick you can follow, you can easily remember the formula. Then substitute the values in the formula. Then you will get the answer. Here X is the what? Weight of AgCl. W is the what? Weight of organic compound. Then substitute the values. Percentage of chlorine is equals to 35.5 by 143.5 into what is the X? X is the weight of AgCl given in the question. What is the weight of AgCl given in the question? 0.5453 by weight of organic compound. What is the weight of organic compound given in the question? 0.245 into 100. Upon solving, approximately you get 55%. Percentage of chlorine in the given question is 55%. Right? Let's move to next question. Very easy question. Okay, from the quantitative analysis. Okay, nowadays they are asking regularly from this topic, quantitative analysis. Yesterday also they asked the question from the Jayaldal's method, right? Recently they asked the question from the quantitative analysis to find out the percentage of sulfur, percentage of phosphorus, right? Regularly, frequently, very frequently they are asking the question from the quantitative analysis. What you have to do? You have to work out on the formulas, just more than enough to solve the problem. Just substitute the values in the formula, you will get the answer, right? Let's move to next question. Okay, this question they given from the complex compounds. Complex compounds. Okay, complex compounds. So what the question? How many of the following complexes have unpaired electrons? Unpaired electrons. How many of the following? It's a numerical based question they given. Okay, so it is based on VPT. Okay, right? Here first they given nickel tetracarbonyl. Right? Nickel is in what oxidation state? 0. What is the electronic configuration? 3d8 4s2. Okay, but this is the strong field ligand. Strong field ligand. What happened? Pairing takes place. Then electronic configuration will become like this: 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here I have the forest. Okay, right. Electrons are shifted over here in presence of CO ligand, carbon monoxide ligand. It will become 3d10, 4h0. That means what is the hybridization? sp3. Number of unpaired electrons 0 in this compound, but right, number of unpaired electrons in this compound is what? 0. Okay, next one we get NiCl4 minus 2. Okay, nickel is in the what oxidation state? +2. Okay, what is the electronic configuration you get? 3d8 4s0, which means here you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 unpaired electrons are there in this molecule. 2 unpaired electrons are there. In this molecule, 2 unpaired electrons are present. Okay, this complex having the 1. Next one, PT Cl4 minus 2. Okay, platinum is in +2 oxidation state. Okay, what is the electronic configuration you get? 5d8, and it forms the inner orbital complex. Okay, 5d elements always forms the inner orbital complex, right? Right. Here also no unpaired electrons. Here also same configuration. It is also forms the inner orbital complex. The pairing of electrons takes place. There also no unpaired electrons. Which compound having the, how many of the following complexes having the unpaired electrons? This compound. Okay, let's move to next question. An ideal solution formed by the mixing of 3 moles of A, 1 mole of B, and the vapor pressure of solution is found to be 500 mm of Hg. After further addition of 1 mole of A, pressure of the solution become 520 mm of Hg and find P naught A. Okay, right. This question asked from the solutions. Ideal solution based on the Rolle's law. Okay, here we have the two cases. Initially, we have the 3 moles of A, 1 mole of B. Then vapor pressure of the solution is what? 500 mm. That case I am taking P total is equals to P naught A XA, P naught B XB. P total is what? What they given? 500 mm of Hg. P naught A, we have to find out that value. XA is what? Total moles are, in the first case, 3 plus 1, 4. Then XA is equals to 3 by 4. P naught B into, what is the number of moles of B? 1 by 4. This is upon simplifying 3 P naught A plus P naught B is equals to 2000. This is, say, equation 1. After that, they added the 1 mole of A. Already in the solution 3 moles of A is present, right? Then they added the 1 mole of A. Then number of moles of A will become 4. Then total moles will become 4 moles of A, and already 1 mole of B is there. Total moles will become 5. Okay, this is the case 1, say. This is the case 2. Okay, in this case, P total is equals to P naught A XA plus P naught B XB. Okay, P total they given. In the second case, what they given? 520 mm of Hg. P naught A have to be find out. Okay, P naught A XA. A moles are what? In the second case, 4 by 5 plus P naught B into XB is what? 1 by 5. This is upon simplifying 2600. Okay, 4 P naught A plus P naught B is equals to 2006. Equation. Let's do equation 2 minus equation 1. Equation 2 minus equation 1. Minus plus. Okay, right. P naught B plus P naught B minus P naught B get cancelled. 4 P naught A minus 3 P naught A will become P naught A. Okay, it will become 600. Then what is the answer you get? P naught A is equals to 600 mm of Hg is the answer you will get. That's it. Next, Ravendra sir will continue. Right? Thank you.
Good evening to all of you. Myself, Raghavendra, Senior Faculty in Residence Group for Physics. I am going to discuss now some of the questions of physics which one was asked in the evening session today. Most interesting fact is, till morning for the past 2 days, I was finding that physics paper was simple to moderate. But all of a sudden from this paper, you'll be finding the level has gone higher. It has gone from moderate to difficult level now. Now it is not so easy. So now let us start. In front of you, first question is there. They have given you a converging lens. And they say you magnification is same. How it will be? If object is in between f and 2f, image will be inverted, magnified, real. If object is in between optic center and focus, you are getting virtual, erect and magnified image. So only in two cases it is possible that object should be in between object. You are considering object in between optic center and focus. And second case, in that case, you are getting virtual image. When you take object in between f and 2f, then again you are getting magnified image. It means that they have given you 8 centimeter and 24 centimeter. Guaranteed that 8 centimeter will be in between optic center and focus, means it will be less than focal length. And 24 centimeter will be in between, okay, you are taking f and 2f. If you take first virtual image, 1 by v plus 1 by u, 1 by f. I'm using sign convention where all real distances are positive and virtual distances are negative. Then in one case image form is virtual. So minus 1 by v plus 1 by u is 1 by f. I am multiplying throughout from u, it will become minus 1 by m plus 1 u by f. You are getting u equal to f 1 minus 1 by m, right? When you are getting virtual image, it means that this u will be 8 centimeter, 8 equal to f1 minus 1 by m. This is equation 1, first equation. Now second equation, for that your image will be real. Object will be in between f and 2f. Then this equation will be 1 by v plus 1 by u, 1 by f. Multiplying throughout from u, you are getting 1 by m plus 1 u by f. Now you are getting u equal to f 1 plus 1 by m. This u is 24 centimeter. So you have 24 f 1 plus 1 by m, equation 2. So you are getting 24 f 1 plus 1 by m. I'm dividing equation 2 from equation 1 by 8. You are dividing f1 minus 1 by m. F cancelled. You have 3 into 1 minus 1 by m equal to 1 plus 1 by m. Here it is 3 times 1 minus 1 by m equal to 1. So it is 3 minus 3 by m, 1 plus 1 by m. This will become 4 by m equal to 2. So what you are getting from here, m, 3 minus 1, this is 2, and that one is going that side, it is 4 by m. So m will become 4 by 2, you are getting 2, right? Now anywhere you substitute, answer will be ready. If I am substituting in this equation 2, you are getting 24 f 1 plus 1 by 2, f equal to 24 into 2 by 3, it is 16 centimeter. Answer 16 centimeter, number 4. Please check. It is clear to you? I am moving now to next question. Yeah. Now, from a uniform disk of radius r and mass m, moment of inertia, class 11, rigid body dynamics, you have a radius r, mass m. If you have a disk, moment of inertia about an axis passing through its center perpendicular to its plane. You see the figure. From the figure itself, it is clear that A dash is an axis which is passing through center and perpendicular to its plane. So for this moment of inertia is mr squared by 2. I kept it ready. Now you are removing two small discs of radius r by 4. First, let us take how much mass will be there. So mass m is directly proportional to r squared. It is r by 4. If you will take a squared, r squared by 16 means m by 16. So m will become m by 16, right? If I take moment of inertia of this removed disk about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to its plane, if I take here, then how much it will become? I1 I am taking, it is m by 16 m r squared by 16 by 2 mr squared by 2. This is moment of inertia of one disk about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to the plane. But they are asking you moment of inertia about a dash. You have this of this disk about this axis. They are asking about this. You will have to use parallel axis theorem. If this distance is r by 4, this distance will be 3r by 4. So moment of inertia of one disk, how much it will become? It will become m r squared by 256 into 2 plus you have m by 16 and this distance is 3r by 4. It will become 9r squared by 16. This is moment of inertia of removed one disk about axis a dash. Like that, similar, you have two disks. So you will have to multiply it by 2. When you are multiplying by 2, then this will become mr squared by 256. 1 2 is cancelled, and here it is mr squared by 256 and 9 to 18. So this will become 19 mr squared by 256. This is moment of inertia. Let us take I dash. They are asking you moment of inertia of remaining part of disk when these two disks were removed from the main disk. If you have not removed, it is mr squared by 2. When you have removed these two disks, you have removed this much. So remaining part moment of inertia about a dash will be how much? I net. This will become equal to mr squared by 2 minus 19 mr squared by 256. So in this mr squared I am keeping out. It is 256, 128 minus 19. Okay, so you are getting 109 mr squared by 256. Check. Answer is number 3, 109 by 256 mr squared. Clear? Now let us move to next question. This is your wave optics polarization. When an unpolarized light falls at a particular angle on a glass plate placed in air, reflected beam is completely polarized. it means that at Brewster angle, the ray had incident. I will take an interface. Let us take this as air, and this one I am taking as glass. From here, ray had incident, and minute. Yeah, now it is there. Please check. They have given you this angle. This is Brewster angle. It's I P. If you take angle of incidence, so IP, let us take R. This angle usually you take I, and one part is reflected. You know that when a ray is incident at polarizing angle, reflected ray will be completely plane polarized. In that case, angle between refracted ray and reflected ray will be 90 degree. But anyhow, I am taking this angle. You know Brewster law, tan I equal to mu. Tan inverse 1.252, they have given you 57.3 degree. So IP, they have given you 57.3 degree. It means that this will become 57.3 degree. They are asking you what angle refracted ray will make with normal, means they are asking you angle R. Check. They are asking you completely polarize the angle of refracted beam with respect to normal. They are asking you R. It means that 57.3 degree plus this angle, you know already it is 90 degree plus R, this is 180 degree. Now R 180 minus 90, 90 degree minus 57.3 degree, it is 0.7. Okay, no, from here you are taking 32.7 degree. So this angle R is 32.7 degree. So answer for this will be the angle made by refracted ray with the normal is 32.7. Clear to you? Now let us move to next question. It is from capacitor, electrostatics. They have given you a parallel plate capacitor. They have given you plate separation D. They have given you 5 millimeter, and it is connected to a battery. It is completely charged. You know that capacitance, if any dielectric is not there, it is epsilon naught A by D. You are introducing a mica sheet of thickness 2 millimeter. T, they have given you 2 millimeter, and maintaining the connection of the plates with terminals of the battery. If battery is still connected, it means TD between two plates of capacitor remains constant. If I take C equal to Q by V, then C will be directly proportional to Q. Am I right? And if I'm introducing a dielectric medium in between two plates of capacitor having thickness T, then you know C equal to epsilon naught A d minus T plus T by K. Clear? And here you have C proportional to Q. Keep in mind. Now they say you that when you are introducing this dielectric medium, it is found that it draws 25% more charge. It means they have given you Q dash 1.25 Q. If charge is increased 1.25 times, it means that capacitance has also increased 1.25 times because C is directly proportional to Q. So I will consider here epsilon naught A d minus T plus T by K, it will become 1.25 times C epsilon naught A by D. Epsilon naught A is cancelled. You can mark it as 1.25 as 5 by 4, okay, 5 by 4D. Clear? So you have 4D equal to 5D minus 5T plus 5T by K. They are asking you the value of K. They have given you D. They have given you T. So if you substitute 5, the value of D and T, just you are substituting. So you will have 5T by K. I'm taking here. It will be 4D minus 5D plus 5T. So this will become 5T minus D. Am I right? Now, T they have given you 2. It will become 10 by K will be equal to 10. They have given you T 2. 10 minus D they have given you 5. It is 5. So K will become 10 by 5 equal to 2. Let us check which answer is there. Answer is number 2. K value is 2. Understood, no? Now, let us move to next question. A metallic sphere of diameter 2 millimeter and density 10.5 gram per cc. Okay, is dropped in glycerin having viscosity 10 poise. Coefficient of viscosity eta they have given you 10 poise. Better to use CGS system. You know that poise is the unit for coefficient of viscosity in CGS. If you want to convert in SI, no problem, it will become 1 Pascal second. But anyhow, they are asking you terminal velocity attained by this sphere. Either direct formula you remember, or if you are not remembering, you can derive it. You know that for attaining terminal velocity by this sphere, net force must be 0. In downward direction, force acting is mg. In upward direction, forces which are acting is viscous force F and up thrust U. So you will have F will be equal to mg minus U. F is 6 pi eta RV. mg 4 by 3 pi r cube rho solid g minus up thrust. As much volume of solid is there, that much liquid will be displaced, same volume. So if you'll be taking 4 by 3 pi r cube rho liquid G. You will have 6 pi eta RV 4 by 3 pi r cube rho solid rho liquid into G. Pi cancelled. 1 r will be cancelled. It will become r squared. 2. It will become 3. They are asking you terminal velocity. I'll be keeping V here. This is 2 by 3 into 3, 9 r squared rho solid rho liquid G, and this eta will come here. Either you mug up this formula. If you are remembering this formula directly, you can use. If you are not remembering, then also derivation is very easy. It is known as Stokes formula. So now in this, just substitute the value, answer will be coming. They're asking you in centimeter per second. It means that you'll be using only CGS system. So I will have V equal to 2 by 9 r squared. Diameter, they have given you 1 millimeter. Check, diameter 2 millimeters, so radius 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is 0.1 centimeter. R squared, it will become 0.01. Now, rho solid minus rho liquid, both in CGS they have given you 10.5 and 1.5. 10.5 minus 1.5, it will be 9. Okay? And G, yes, it is 10 meter per second square you are taking, but in CGS system it will become 1000. So this into 1000, this by eta, they have given you 10. You see this is 1000, it is 0.01, and this is 10. So this part is cancelled. 1000 into 0.01 is 10. 10 by 10, 1. Cancelled. This 9 is cancelled. V you are getting 2 centimeter per second. So terminal velocity of this sphere will be 2 centimeter per second. Now let us move to next question. Okay, a body is projected up the smooth inclined plane having angle of inclination theta. You can see the figure. They are telling you are projecting with velocity u. It is smooth. So problem become now simple. If there will be friction, then you will have to consider one more retardation, and that will be due to friction. But if you have a smooth surface, then what will happen? If suppose at any instant it is here, its weight mg will be acting downward. Here it is theta, 90 minus theta, its component this side will be mg cos theta, this side component will be mg sin theta. So A will become g sin theta. They are telling you body is projected, okay, up the smooth having angle of inclination theta. Find the distance covered before stopping. So initial velocity is u, final velocity is 0. They are asking you how much distance body will travel. Let us suppose it is traveling distance s. So it will become vs squared minus us squared, and here it is 2as. If you will be considering this, then minus g sin theta, because g sin theta is acting downward and body is moving upward, into s. So minus remove v square 0, it will become 2g sin theta into s. You want s, it will be us squared by 2g sin theta. This one was a very simple problem. Simply you have used Vs squared minus Us squared equal to 2As. Answer is Us squared by 2G sine theta. Okay, so physics, as many questions were there, few questions I have discussed. Now my math colleague Vijay sir will be coming and will be explaining now math paper. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, dear student, now we move to maths portion. By the way, today's shift was the moderate and little bit taking time also. Okay, so our first question came. Now this is the question from the chapter matrices and determinant. Okay. And this one is a tricky question. It might be easy, and if you do just general method first, if you find B, then it might be lengthy for you. Okay, so what they give, A is equal to, but if you know the method, it is going to be easy one only. A is this matrix and B into I minus A is equal to I plus A, where I is the identity matrix that we know, and we need trace of B into B transpose. It means I just need to find first value of B into B transpose. Okay, and by the way, here you can see 0. These two differ only with sign. So here A is skew symmetric matrix. It means A transpose is equal to minus A. Okay. I find the relation between A and A transpose because we need B transpose. So at last somewhere we need to take the transpose. Okay. So this is the value of B. Now what I do, I will take B transpose on both sides. So if you take the transpose, then here first A into B transpose, what we are going to write, B transpose, okay, and here A into B transpose, we are going to use AB transpose, so B transpose into A transpose. So first we write I minus A whole transpose equal to this side, if we write I plus A transpose. Okay, now here I transpose is I, A transpose is minus A, so it is plus A, and here is the B transpose, and here I transpose is the I, A transpose is minus A. Okay, now what actually we need? We need a value of B into B transpose. So from here I am going to get the value of B. For B, can I write? B can be written as I plus A into I minus A inverse. Okay, and from here I am going to write the value of B transpose, that is I minus A and into I plus A inverse. Okay, now I am going to multiply B and B transpose into B, I minus A into I plus A inverse into I plus A into I minus A inverse. Okay, I plus A inverse and I plus A, that product matrix is I. Then further when we multiply these two, this also looks like I minus A into I minus A inverse, that is again A into A inverse form, so that is also equal to I. So finally we got B transpose into B equal to I. And what they are asking, trace of this one only, B transpose equal to I. Again if I take the transpose, we are getting B into B transpose is also equal to I. Okay, so what we need, trace of this one, as this is I, trace of I is 3. So what is our answer? Answer is 3 only. Okay, now coming to next question, the area between the curve. Okay, so question from the area under the curve, and this one is easy only. Okay, now area between the curve, these two. First we draw the graph. Our first curve is x square plus y square equal to 4, a circle, center is origin, and second curve x square plus y minus 2 whole square equal to 4, again another circle whose center lies on the first, that is 0 comma 2. And what do you want? Area between these two circles. So can I say that this is the area which we need to find,
and by the symmetry, area of this region will be same as area of this region. So what I do, for the total area, we just write twice of area of this one side region. Okay. Now when we find the point of intersection, this is going to be root 3 comma 1. Easily we can solve. Just you subtract, x square cancel, 4 cancel, you get the value of y equal to 1. When you put y equal to 1, x equal to root 3. Okay. Here 0 and here is the root 3. So I am writing the area 0 to root 3 y1 minus y2, strip we are taking, into dx. y1 is the value from the circle. So from the circle equation, if you find the value of y, what we are getting, root over 4 minus x square. Actually y equal to plus minus root over 4 minus x square, but this y is positive, so that's why I have taken plus sign. Now I need value of y2 from the circle also. So if you find the value, y minus 2 whole square is equal to 4 minus x square. If we take the root, y minus 2 equal to plus minus root 4 minus x square, y equal to 2 plus minus root 4 minus x square. Okay. Now by the way, we have two sign, because when we need the value of y for the circle, either this will be the above, greater than 2 or less than 2. As we need value of y here, so that is less than 2 below this line. Okay, so that's why what we choose, minus sign. Okay, so here I'm going to write y1. y1 is root over 4 minus x square, and then minus y2, y2 with minus sign, 2 minus root over 4 minus x square. Okay, and into dx. Further, if we simplify this one and this also with plus sign, so double, twice of root 4 minus x square minus root, 2 came common. So what we are getting, 4 times 0 to root 3. Here 4 minus x square minus 1. Now directly we use the formula of integration. Okay. So 4, I'm going to integrate. First we write x by 2 root over 4 minus x square minus a square by 2, that is 2, sine inverse x by a, x by 2, integration of 1 is x. Okay, limit is 0 to root 3. Okay, now just we need to put the upper limit and lower limit. If we put x equal to root 3, this one is 1 and it is root 3 by 2. Then here x equal to root 3, then sine inverse root 3 by 2 is pi by 3. So what we are getting, minus 2 pi by 3, and x equal to root 3 here, minus root 3. Okay, this is upper limit. Lower limit, when we put x equal to 0, total is becoming 0, so that's why no need to write. Okay, now we multiply by 4. So what we are getting, I'm writing here 4, this is 2 root 3 and minus 4 root 3. So minus 2 root 3 and this is 8 pi by 3. Okay, just a minute, ye plus a square by 2 was there. So 8 pi by 3, this one is 8 pi by 3 plus 2 root 3 and minus 4 root 3. So minus 2 root 3. Okay, this is our answer, 8 pi by 3 minus 2 root 3. Okay. Now coming to next question. Okay, number of the ways to distribute the 6 identical oranges among the 4 persons such that each get at least 1 orange. Now this is the easiest question which they can ask from the chapter PNC. Directly they ask the formula based question. What they are asking? They are asking number of ways of distribution of a like object over 4 persons. Okay, so we have 6 like identical oranges and we are distributing to 4 persons. So I am assuming that first person got the A1 number of oranges, second got A2, third got A3 and fourth got A4. Now sum of object need to be 6. Okay, our chapter is PNC, and by the way this is easy only. Okay, now by the way there is a condition, so that each get at least 1 orange. Okay, so distribution of an alike object over p person so that each get at least 1. Formula is n minus 1c p minus 1 or r minus 1. Okay, and number of objects 6 minus 1, c number of person, p number of person, that is 4 minus 1. So what we got, 5c3, that is equal to 10. Okay, So it cannot take more than 10 seconds to answer. So our correct answer is 10. Okay. Now coming to next question, the minimum value of cos square theta. Again, a basic question from the chapter trigonometry. So it means in every time at least 4 or 5 questions always they are asking easy, that is like formula based or your notes based. Trigo, and it is also easy only. Okay. Now what do you want minimum value of this one? Let me assume y equal to cos square theta plus 6 sin theta into cos theta plus 3 sin square theta and plus 3. Okay. Now we need the minimum value. I am going to convert this one in terms of a cos theta plus or minus b sin theta form. So we convert in terms of cos 2 theta and sin 2 theta. Cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. 6 sin theta cos theta can be written as 3 times sin 2 theta. Sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2 and plus 3. Okay. Now let me simplify. Plus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, that is 2, and 2 and 3 5. So numerical value we got 5. Then sin 2 theta, there is only 3 sin 2 theta. Now cos 2 theta terms 1 by 2 here and minus 3 by 2 here. Okay, so what we got? Minus cos 2 theta. Now it looks like a sin theta minus b cos theta. So for y to be minimum, this has to be minimum, and its minimum value is minus root a square plus b square. Okay. So what we got? Y minimum 5. Its minimum value is minus root 10. So 5 minus root 10 is the correct answer. Okay. Now coming to next question. Again, question from the relation. So almost in every shift they are asking the questions from the relation. Okay. So remember, and also based on reflexive, symmetric and transitivity. Now A is the set that contain 1 to 9 natural number, and they give the relation that x relate to y if and only if x minus y is multiple of 3. It means it is of the form 3 lambda, where lambda is belongs to integer. Okay. Now what they are asking, S1 number of element in R. Total how many ordered pair possible for x comma y. And S2 is R is equivalence relation. So first I need to check how many total element we have in this relation, and then later we check that it is equivalence relation or no. Okay. So I need all the possible ordered pair of x comma y. Let me take the case x comma y. So first, if we take x as 1, then for y how many options we have? Now as we need x minus y multiple of 3, so y can be 4, y can be, y can be 1 also, y can be 4 or y can be 7. Is there any other way so that x minus y is multiple of 3? These 3 are the only option. Okay, if x is 2, again difference should be multiple of 3. So what it can be? Y can be 4, sorry, y can be 2, y can be 5 and y can be 8. If x is 3, what is the y possible value? It can be 3, it can be 6, it can be 9. So when one more, if I write x is equal to 4, so it's a simple thing. If x is multiple of 3, y also has to be multiple of 3. So the difference is multiple of 3. If x is multiple of 3 plus 1 form, then y also be multiple of 3 plus 1 form. If x is multiple of 3 plus 2 form, then y also be multiple of 3 plus 2 form. And all 3 types we have 3 numbers. So every time you will get 3 option only. For example, last we are checking. If x is 4, then what y can be? Y can be 1 because difference will be multiple of 3. Y can be 4, then y can be 7 also. Okay, these are the only 3 options. So for every value of x, we have 3 possible value of y. So total how many ways we have? For x, we have 9 option. X can be anything from 1 to 9. And for every particular x, we have 3 possibilities for y. So into 3, 27. So number of element in R, actually we got 27, but they wrote 36. It means S1 is not correct. Then S2 is easiest. R is equivalence relation. For equivalence, it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. For reflexive, now just read the relation x minus y. To relate x relate to y, x minus y need to be multiple of 3. Now for reflexive, is there x relate to itself, x minus x multiple of 3. By for every x minus x, this difference will be 0 and 0 is multiple of 3. So it is reflexive. Symmetric, if x minus y is multiple of 3, then y minus x also be multiple of 3. So it is symmetric also. Now transitive, if x minus y is multiple of 3, if y minus z is multiple of 3, can we say that x minus z also be multiple of 3? You just add and you get the answer, x minus z equal to 3 times lambda 1 plus lambda 2. So if these both are multiple of 3, then this one is also multiple of 3. So it means this relation R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive both. So it is equivalence relation. So which is going to be correct? Here S1 is wrong and S2 is correct. S2 correct, but S1 is not correct. Okay. So a third option is going to be correct for this one. Again, this was easy one only. But it might take time for you when you find the number of element in the relation R. But it's okay. In maths, it's normal. Now coming to next question, the sum of all real solution of the equation. Okay, so this is from the topic logarithm. Okay, and about this question, that it's up to you how you solve this one. It might be easy for you or it might be lengthy for you. Obviously you cannot say difficult, but for some it might take time if you change your method to solve the question. So what I'm doing, first log of this one, I will try to find the relation. Here we have base x plus 3, here we have 6x plus 10. One thing is clear, to solve the logarithmic equation, first we need same base format. Okay, all log need to be in same base. So I will try to write all in terms of base x plus 3. So here x plus 3. Now see, if I factorize this one, here we have 6x plus 10 and x plus 3. By the way, if you factorize this, then you will get x plus 3 into 6x plus 10. These are going to be factors. Okay. Now next one, 5 minus 2. Log base is 6x plus 10 and here x square plus 6x plus 9, that is nothing, just only x plus 3 whole square. Okay. Now see, log m into n, if we use log m, number and base are of same form, 1 plus log 6x plus 10 to the base x plus 3 equal to 5. This power comes in product, so minus 4 log x plus 3 to the base 6x plus 10. Okay, now we can write both. 1, if I assume this one as t, then 5 minus 4, this is the inverse of this one, just we change the number and base, then what it is, 1 by t. Okay, now if you write all the terms same side, t plus 4 by t minus 5 plus 1 minus 4 equal to 0, t square minus 4t and plus 4 equal to 0. And by the way, this is the perfect square of t minus 2. Okay, so what we got? We got t minus 2 whole square equal to 0. It means t equal to 2. Now what is the value of t? We took this one as t. So log 6x plus 3 to the base x plus 3 equal to 2. Okay, now I'm just taking anti-log 6x plus 3 equal to x plus 3 whole square. Now if we expand it, 6x plus 3, x square plus 6x plus 9. The 6x cancel. Okay, and here x square, just a minute, here we wrote x plus 3 whole square, and by the way this was the 6x plus 10, plus 10 is there, this one is 10, this one is 10 only, 6x plus 10, 6x got cancel out, and what value we got? We got x square is equal to 1 and x equal to plus minus 1. And by the way, after getting value of x, obviously logarithmic equation we need to check, but when you check you will see both are satisfying, because plus 1 or minus 1, these both number and base are positive only. Okay, so these are the two real solution, and what they are asking sum of all the real solution. Okay, so sum of real solution, when we add both, what we are getting? 0. So this was the question from the logarithm, and this was okay. Even if you consider either the difficult or easy, but one thing is clear, this was not the short question, it takes time, okay, to solve. So this was the mathematics part. Now we move to next part. And by the way, all the students who are going to write the exam in upcoming days, remember you need to revise your notes very well, and generally same type of the questions they are repeating. It means topic are again repeating, one relation, types of the relation that is coming almost in every shift, so that you need to revise. And in matrices determinant, generally the system of equation also coming, that you need to revise. In sequence series AP GP also you should revise. Okay, now I request you sir to join us.
Yes, sir. Hello students, chemistry continuation. Comparative to yesterday, today's paper appears to be little easier from students' report. So always concept is the matter. Always focus much on NCERT, especially inorganic chemistry questions like coordinate chemistry, chemical bonding, periodic classification, and some trends. More questions they are giving from this. Coming shift students can focus on this. Easily you can score comparative to calculation part, comparative to organic also. Okay, yeah, let us start chemistry now. Which of the following molecule gives positive iodoform test? Yeah, identification tests of functional groups. Mostly they are giving one question from the identifications, POC, total qualitative, quantitative, and identification of all functional groups. They are giving one question, at least one question they are giving in every paper. Focus much on this. Here, positive iodoform test. Which groups shows positive haloform test or iodoform test, bromoform, chloroform test? Generally, which contains CH3, C double bond O. Next, CH3, CHOH. Next, acidic hydrogen, methylene group, this CH2. These type of groups shows positive iodoform test. If you see this, it is carboxylic acid. Acids and their derivatives does not give this test. Next here, it is CH3, CH2OH. CHOH. So it also does not give. Next, if we come to this ethyl alcohol, basic one, ethyl alcohol is CH3, CHOH and H. It is first of all this group. Yes, it shows iodoform test. How it shows? CH3, CHOH oxidized into CH3, C double bond OH. Further, iodine in the presence of base. The CH3 group oxidized into CHI3, yellow precipitate, plus the remaining group converts into HCOO minus. This is the basic idea up to MSET and mains level. This is the group, these groups present. Easily you can say this shows positive haloform test. Okay, students. So option 1 is right. Next one, the oxidation state of chromium in the final product. In the reaction between Ki and acidified K2Cr2O7. This is from the chapter D block elements, and you can take from stoichiometry also, and compounds of D block elements, KMnO4 and K2Cr27. Direct question from NCERT. Yes. So if you take this Cr2O7 minus 2 ion with Ki means K plus and I minus in acidic medium, H2SO4 in acidic medium, dichromate converts into Cr plus 3 and I minus converts into I2. Very important reaction. I minus converts into I2 in acidic medium. I minus converts into IO3 minus in basic medium. This question also asked many times in the JEE and mains and advanced also. So today they gave this one. In the coming days they may give other one basic medium also. So here chromium is plus 6 oxidation state. Here chromium plus 3 oxidation state. The question is oxidation state of chromium in the final product. So here chromium is plus 3. So option will be first option. Direct oxidation state, not only with I minus, everywhere in every reaction, dichromate in acidic medium converts into Cr plus 3. That's all. Okay. Next one. Consider the following intermediates. Yeah, this is a question from reaction intermediates. Carbocation. Yes, stability of carbocation based on hyperconjugation, inductive effect, and resonance. Here it is CH3 plus, compound A is CH3 plus versus compound B is carbon CH3, here CH3, here CH3, here plus. It is methyl carbocation, no aromaticity AERMHI. Aromatic, resonance, mesomeric, hyperconjugation, inductive. No one is aromatic, no resonance, only. Here also no hyperconjugation. Here hyperconjugation not there, but here hyperconjugation present. Yes. So here it is only plus I group. So here seen here hyperconjugation, 9 alpha hydrogens present here, and here 0 alpha hydrogens present here, right? So more number of alpha hydrogens, more is the stability of the compound. Intermediate carbocation, so more is the stability. For B, stability is B greater than A. Okay. Now B is more stable than A as it has 9 alpha hydrogens. It is only correct answer. Okay. One of the important topic for JEE advance also, right? Next one. DNA is optically active. This is from 12th class biomolecules topic. Yes. DNA, RNA. Here is optically active is due to nitrogenous base, phosphate, and L-pentose and D-pentose sugar. Here, obviously D-pentose sugar. Why D-pentose? Why not L-pentose? Here, if you see this, in the DNA and RNA, only difference is here OH present, that is DNA. Here hydrogen present, it is RNA, right? So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Here if you see the structure, it is D configuration, right? So it is D-pentose sugar. So this is the question from biomolecules topic, not direct question. If you see each and every point pinpointedly from NCERT book, we can solve this question. Easy question only, but we need to focus much on each and every line from NCERT. Next, here KMnO4, benzene derivative with KMnO4 followed by ammonia followed by bromine and KOH. Bromine in KOH. This is aromatic compounds, 12th class based, benzene and derivatives, miscellaneous concept. First step, if you see this C2H5 with KMNO4 is also NCRT point. First step is NCRT point. Carboxylic acids topic. Here on this carbon, at least one hydrogen present, that is oxidized into COOH irrespective of length, right? It is CH2CH3, CH2CH3. The irrespective of length, it converts into COOH. Yes. Yeah. CH2CH3 converts into COOH, carboxylic acid group. Next, it is also converts into COOH. Next, to ammonia, excess amount of ammonia given. So, NH3 excess and heating should be given. Excuse me. Sorry for students. Yeah, excess and its heating must be given here. Then it forms upon heating, it converts into first step COONH4, then upon heating loss of water, then it will be CONH2 amide, and here also CONH2. Further, what is this? Bromine plus 4 moles of KOH. NCRT point. Yes, one CONH2 converts into NH2. Here also CONH2 converts into NH2. This is the product. Yeah, students didn't give the options, so this will be the answer. Last step is Hoffman bromamide degradation reaction. This is also one of the important question, important topic. Here miscellaneous. First is carboxylic acid, and here it is amines. Preparation of amines, right? So this is the final product. This CO removed in the form of CO3 minus 2. That is also one of the question in the previous years. CO is removed in the form of which one? Carbonate ion, CO3 minus 2. Okay. Next one. Yeah. Next question. C6H7N with chloroform and base gives foul smell. What is that foul smelling liquid? That is isocyanide, right? Foul smelling or NC or pH NC, that will be isocyanide, right? So this compound may be contains NH2 group. So what is remaining? C6H5. So it is aniline. The given compound is aniline, right? Now aniline with Hinsberg reagent. So here the given compound is PH NH2 with Hinsberg reagent. What is Hinsberg reagent? PH SO2Cl. Here then it will be PH NH and S double bond O and PH. Here lone pair remaining. Here HCl eliminated, right? In the next step, with the base, it is with the base, it is dissolved because of acidic hydrogen here. It is eliminated pH. Here N minus, it is eliminated. It is base treated. H plus eliminated means N minus remaining here. SO2 pH. Means what? Here phenyl ring. So here phenyl ring and N minus here S double bond O and phenyl ring. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here also 5. Total number of hydrogens. Number of hydrogen atoms in the final product is 10. So answer 10. Generally, many students forgetting this phenyl ring. Generally, we will see this one only. Yes. So Hinsberg reagent and dissolved in base means primary amine. We will remove both hydrogens. We will count 5. But it is also there. Yes. This is a phenyl ring. This is another phenyl ring. 2 phenyl rings. So 5 2s are 10 hydrogens. Next one. 250 ml of X into 10 power minus 3 molar acidified K2Cr27 solution neutralizes 750 ml of 0.6 m more salt. This is from mole concept concentration terms. Okay. This is also one of the easiest question. Little calculation part, but we can solve easily. Like these questions, students cannot skip in the examination, because complexity will not be there, direct substitutions will be there. So dichromate versus more salt. So dichromate Cr2O7 minus 2, more salt formula is Fe NH4 taken twice, FeSO4, right? Yes, dot 6H2O, but only change is in Fe plus 2. So we are not writing the spectator ions. So dichromate with iron plus 2, dichromate reduced into chromium plus 3, iron plus 2 oxidized into iron plus 3. Here chromium is plus 6, here iron plus 2, here chromium plus 3, here iron plus 3. So first one n factor 6 to 3. 3 2s are 6. Don't forget this. Its n factor is 3 2s are 6. Next, its n factor is plus 2 become plus 3. 1 into 1 is 1. Why 2 here? 2 chromiums are there, right? So formula is N1B1 equal to N2B2. Both are in the milliliter, otherwise both are in the liter, right? What is the normality? First one, molarity is given as X into 10 power minus 3. So normality equal to molarity into n factor, right? So normality is molarity into n factor, X into 10 power minus 3 into 6 into volume in ml is 250 equals to N2. Second one, normality, molarity 0.6 given. So normality is 0.6 into n factor into volume is 750 ml. Okay. So upon calculation, X value is X equal to 0.6 into 750 divided by 6 into 250 into 10 power 3, right? So it is 0.1 time cancelled, it is 3 times cancelled, right? So 3000 into 0.1. So X equal to 300. Yes, very simple calculation this one. We can solve easily. Next one. Two metals with work functions in ratio 1:2 are exposed with photons of energy 6 electron volts. If KEA1 and EA2 is in the ratio of 3:1, then psi A and psi B means work functions. That may be physics terminology generally, whatever. So total energy is, this is from which topic? Structure of atom in physics, right? Atomic structure in chemistry, concept is same. Question is also, everything is same, 99% concept is also same. It is from photoelectric effect, right? Supplied energy equal to work function plus kinetic energy. So first one, supplied energy is, in both cases 6 electron volts only given. So first one is 6 electron volts. Next work function is psi A, WA or psi A plus kinetic energy of first one is 3. Next second one is here. Supplied energy same 6. Next here work function is WB plus kinetic energy is the 1. Now these two are same. WB plus 1 equal to WA plus 3. Next one more data is given here. Work functions are in the 1:2 ratio. So work functions are in the 1:2 ratio means WA by WB is equals to 1/2. WB is 2 times of WA, right? 1:2 ratio. So it is 2 times of WA plus 1 equal to WA plus 3. Then take this WA this side. WA is 2. So then WB will be 4. 2 comma 4 respectively. Okay. Or respectively 2 comma 4 respectively. So option 1. This is from structure of atom, photoelectric topic, right? Yeah. Students, this is the chemistry part. Remaining questions, if you receive from students, we will continue. Yes. Next, physics teacher will continue. Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir. No, I have the mic. Okay. So, hello students, my name is Vishal Sarva and I'm physics faculty at Resonance Chola branch. So, whatever trend we have seen in the last papers, like all the questions were formula based. In this shift, it was totally different. You have to apply the formula, but you have to solve the questions also. It was a completely like above the whatever the levels we have seen in the previous shift. So, all the questions were really calculative and tough. Okay, so what is the first question we have? First question is from magnetism. In equilateral triangular frame, there is a current of 2 ampere. Okay. Okay, so current of 2 ampere, the side of frame is 4√3 centimeter and find the magnetic field at center C. So generally a standard question. Okay, so we know that if this length is 4√3, so if we join these lines, so if the equilateral triangle, so this angle has to be 30 degree and this length, let's say it is x. So basically our task is to find the value of x. So if this is 4√3, this will be 2√3. Now it's a right angle triangle, so we know that x is going to be 2√3 into tan 30. So tan 30 will be 1/√3, so it is going to be 2 centimeter or 0.02 meter. So we have got the value of x. Now we know that all the wires are symmetrical and direction due to all the wire will be in the same direction. So we can directly write B net as 3 into magnetic field due to one wire. So we can directly solve 3 into B1. Now magnetic field due to a finite wire will be mu naught. I is given 2 ampere divided by 4 pi d. So 4 pi d will be this distance. So into 0.02 sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2. So see, if this is 30, this is 90, this is going to be 60, and same case with this. So 2 of sine 60. So 2 of sine 60, so this will be √3/2. So 2 and 2 cancel, 2 and this will be cancelled. Mu naught by 4 pi we know 10 to power minus 7. So 3 into 10 to power minus 7. This is 10 to power minus 2 and √3. So we are left with 3√3 into 10 to power minus 5. Now questions we have for micro, micro and micro. So simply multiply by 10 and divide by 10. So we got 30√3 into 10 to power minus 6. So 30√3 micro Tesla. So basically option number 2. So this question was simple, but you have to calculate. Okay, you cannot directly solve the question. So by this question you can easily get +4 marks. Okay, if we move to the next question. Okay, so the next question says it's from ray optics. A prism of angle 75 degree and refractive index √3 is coated with thin film of refractive index 1.5. on the back exit. That means this is the diagram. This is our prism, and so back exit is coated with another. Okay, so this refractive index is 1.5 and refractive index of prism is √3 and prism angle is given as 75 degree. So the question is, to get TIR at the back exit surface, the incident angle must be. So basically you have to find the value of incident angle. So let's draw. Let's say this is the incident angle I, refracted ray, this will be R1, this will be R2. So to get TIR at this point R2, so we know that sine R2 has to be equal to mu2 1. That means mu2 by mu1. So mu2 will be 1.5 and mu1 will be √3. So 1.5 by √3. So if you write 1.5 as 3 by 2 divided by √3, so we have √3 by 2. So if your sine R2 is √3 by 2, so basically it means R2 is equals to 60 degree. And we know that prism angle A equals to R1 plus R2. So 75 equals to 60 plus R2. Sorry, R1, that implies R1 is equals to 15 degree. So the value of R1 is 15 degree. Now let's move to I. To calculate I, we will apply Snell's law at the first surface. So we can use sine I equals to under √3 refractive index of the prism, √3 into sine R2. So sine R1, so R1 is 15 degrees, so sine 15. So √3 is 1.73 multiplied by sine 15. In the question it is given 0.25. 0.25. So when you solve, it will be 0.43 something. So I will become, which is given in the question, so it will be 25. So I equals to 25 is the condition for TIR. Now the question is, what should be their answer? Option 1 or option 3? So if you see, if we increase I, R1 will increase. Now R1 plus R2 is constant because prism angle is constant, so R2 will decrease. So that means for the case of TIR, R2 must be greater than critical angle. So if R2 is increased, so R1 must decrease, so I1 should be also decrease. That means our value should be less than 25. So option 1 is the correct answer. So this question was a bit of a lengthy question and calculative, but after solving this, if you know all the formulas and if we are if you can handle the pressure, then you can easily score +4 marks. Okay, so now move to the next question. Okay, next question is from thermodynamics. So the question says 1 mole, okay, n equals to 1 of diatomic gas is expanding isothermally from V1 to V2 at 27 degrees centigrade. 27 means 300 Kelvin. If the magnitude of work done by the gas in this case is same as the work done by the gas in adiabatic process, whose initial temperature is 27 degree centigrade and final temperature is T degree centigrade, find the value of T. Chalo, theek hai. So let's solve the question. So question is, work done in isothermal equals to work done adiabatic. So work done in isothermal, we already know that it will be nRT log V2 by V1, and work done in adiabatic will be, because we can directly use the formula nR delta T 1 minus gamma. You can directly solve. So n and r cancel out. T is 300 Kelvin. So 300 log 2V by V, and delta T and 1 minus gamma. Gamma is always greater than 1, so you can directly write 300 minus final temperature T divided by gamma minus 1. So gamma for adiabatic gas will be 5 by 3. Sorry, 7 by 5 minus 1. So it will be 300 minus T divided by 2 by 5. So 300 into 2 by 5, log V and V cancel, so log 2 will be 0.693, 0.693, 300 minus T. So T will be T 300 minus 300 into 0.693 4 into 0.693. So when you solve, answer will be in Kelvin. So in degree centigrade, answer will be minus 57 degree centigrade. So answer will be 280 something. So when we convert that into degree centigrade after calculation, answer will be T equals to minus 57 degree centigrade. Again, the question was simple, like formula based question, but the calculation part was really lengthy. So if you are good in calculating at the pressure time, you can easily solve this question. Okay. If you move to the next question, this question is simple. This question is simple from logic gate. So we have to simply find what is the truth table for the given circuit. So what is this gate? It's a OR gate. So basically from here the output will be A plus B. Okay. Now this gate is NAND gate. So this input is A and this input is A plus B. So final output Y will be NAND gate. That means A into A plus B. Clear? Now remove the bar. So we will get A bar plus A plus B2 whole bar. Now again remove bar. So A plus A bar into B bar. Now if we take A bar common, so answer will be 1 plus B bar. Now 1 plus B bar will be 1 only. So answer will be A bar. So basically our output will be A bar. So if we see the first option 0, answer is 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Basically this is the answer. Is there any other? No. So first option is the answer. Simple question. This is not tough. If you know Boolean algebra, you can easily score. Okay. So if we move to the next question. So next question says a air bubble is moving upward from the bottom of the lake having temperature 17 degree. That means at the bottom surface temperature is 290 Kelvin. At the top of the temperature of the lake and bubble is 27 degree centigrade. That means 300 Kelvin at the top of the lake. Assume no significant change in the density of the lake water up to the depth of 5 meter. Find the ratio of volume at top to the bottom. Simple question. We know that for a real gas PV equals to nRT. Okay, so nR value is going to be constant. Pressure, volume and temperature will change, but the number of moles inside the bubble is going to be constant. So we can directly use P1 V1 T1 divide equals to P2 V2 divided by T2. So P1 is at the bottom surface and P2 is the top surface. Now solve. P1 at the bottom surface, we know pressure will be P0, that is the atmospheric pressure, plus rho GH. So P0 will be 10 to power 5 plus rho GH. So rho for the water will be 10 to power 3 into G and H will be 5 meter. Okay. Now volume V1 we don't know. Temperature at the bottom surface is 290 Kelvin. Equals to at the top point pressure will be P0, so 10 to power 5 into volume V2 divided by 300 Kelvin. Now 5 into 10 to power 4, so basically it will be 0.5 10 to power 5 plus 0.5 into 10 to power 5. Volume V1 290 equals to 10 to power 5 V2 by 300. So 0 and 0 cancel. So it is 1.5 10 to power 5. So 10 to power 5 will also cancel out. So 1.5 29 V1 equals to V2 by 30. Now the question is find the volume at the top, ratio of volume at top and bottom. So basically V2 by V1. So when you do V2 by V1, so if you solve V2 by V1, so it will be 30 into 1.5 divided by 29. So when you solve, answer will be approximately 1.55. Clear? So simple formula based question, not so much lengthy. You can easily score plus 4 marks. So it's a answer will be 1.55. Okay, move to the next question. So this is question from electrostatic. This is a bit of lengthy question. The calculation is really lengthy. For this, 4 charges are kept at as shown in the figure. Find magnitude of electric field at point P, and P is the midpoint of line AB. So this distance plus 4 microcoulomb and minus 4 microcoulomb, this distance is given in the question as 2 centimeter. And this question, this distance is 1 centimeter and total distance is 80 centimeter. So we know that electric field due to, let's say this is first dipole and this is second dipole. So electric field due to first dipole will be in this direction. E1 let's say, and for 2 it will be in downward direction E2. Now calculate the value separately. E1 will be, it's the axial condition, so we can write 2k P1 by R cube. R cube is 1 centimeter, so let's say R1 cube. Okay. Now E2 will be, for this it will be K P2 by R2 cube. Now value of P1 will be Q into D. So P1 is 2 microcoulomb, so 2 into 10 to power minus 6 into distance is 1 centimeter, so 10 to power minus 2, and P2 will be 4, so 4 into 10 to power minus 6 into 2 into 10 to power minus 2. Now our E net will be in this direction. So simply E net we can write, because E1 and E2 are perpendicular, so E net will be simply under root E1 square plus E2 square. E net will be under root E1 square plus E2 square. So under root E1 square will be this. So 2k P1 by R1 cube whole square plus k P2 by R2 whole cube square. Now calculation is really lengthy. If you solve this question, simply answer will be second option, 45 root 5 by 8 kilovolt per meter. After doing all this calculation, we know what is the value of K, 9 into 10 to the power 9. R1 and R2 are given 1 centimeter and 2 centimeter. So answer will be, we can easily solve. Okay, so this R1, so this will be R1 and this will be R1 same. So R1 in this case will be 40 centimeter, the distance of the point. So R1 and R2 will be same, so you can easily take it out. So answer will be K by R cube under root 4 P1 square plus P2 square. After solving it, you will get 45 by root 5. 45 root 5 by 8 kilovolt per meter. Is it clear? It's a lengthy question, but after solving this equation, you will get 45 root 5 by 8 kilovolt per meter. Okay, if we move to the next question. Okay, so all questions are done for physics. Now I would like mathematics sir to take over. Sir.
Hello everyone. Now I am going to discuss mathematics. So first question is given, if the point of intersection of ellipse x square plus 2y square minus 6x minus 12y plus 23 is equal to 0, and second ellipse equation is also given, lie on a circle of radius r and center a comma b, then you have to find the value of ab plus 18r square. How to find? So intersection point of two ellipse, that means you have to apply family of ellipse E1 plus lambda E2 is equal to 0. An intersection point lies on the circle given. Means if you put this ellipse E1 here, equation E2 here, and then you have to do coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square, and coefficient of xy is equal to 0. Use this condition, you will get your answer. So how to apply? Look here, if you put E1 here and E2 here, you will get coefficient of x square is 1, and here coefficient of x square is 4. So 1 plus 4 times lambda, coefficient of x square. Coefficient of y square is 2, and here also 2. So you will get 2 plus 2 lambda. So from here you will get how much? 2 lambda is equal to 1. So lambda you will get 1 by 2. Xy term is not there, so no need to check xy equal to 0. So if you put lambda is equal to 1 by 2, you will get equation of circle is x square plus 2y square minus 6x minus 12y plus 23 plus 1 by 2 4x square 2y square minus 20x minus 12y plus 35 is equal to 0. Now simplify, you will get how much? Take 2 LCM, 4 plus 2 6x square and 4 plus 2 6y square minus how much? 12x minus 20x. You will get 12 minus 20, how much? 32. Minus 12 minus 20, 32x minus 24y minus 12y. How much you will get? 36y plus 46 plus 35. How much? 46 plus 35, 81 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of circle. You can take common 6, you will get x square y square minus 32 by 6x minus 6y plus how much? 27 by 2. 27 by 2 is equal to 0. So from here you will get center will become minus, so 16 by 6, your center is 16 by 6 means 8 by 3, and this one is y coordinate is 3, and radius will become, you have to find r square, so 8 by 3 whole square plus 3 square is 9 minus c is given minus 27 by 2. This is your r square, so simplify this, you will get r square is equal to how much? 64 by 3, 9 plus 9, 64 plus 81 by 9 minus 27 by 2. So if you add, you will get how much? 145 by 9 minus 27 by 2. Simplify this, you will get r square. AB is here, this is a, b, and so AB plus 18 r square, you will get 55 after simplification, very easy. Next question is, next from vector. So ABC with 3 vectors are given, and equation is also given, and magnitudes of vectors are also given here, and the angle between B and C is 60 degree given. Then we have to find magnitude of A dot B, A dot C. How to find? Look here, A cross B is equal to 2 times A cross C. This is given. Take this term left side, A cross B minus 2 times A cross C is equal to 0. So this will become A cross B minus 2C is equal to 0. So cross product of two vectors are 0. That means both vectors are parallel. So vector A is parallel to vector B minus 2C. So what is the condition? You can write A in terms of B, lambda times B minus 2C. A you can write in terms of B minus 2C. Now you have to find A dot C. So how to find A dot C? B and angle between B and C is given. So take modulus both sides. You will get mod A is equal to lambda times magnitude of B minus 2C. So magnitude of A is given 1. Lambda times magnitude of B minus 2C will become magnitude of B square is 16 plus 4 into 4 16 minus 4 times B dot C. B dot C is mod C cos theta. So mod B is 4, mod C is 2. So you will get mod 8 and cos theta angle is given 60. So 1 by 2. Now simplify, square both sides. Lambda square is equal to 32 minus 16. So lambda square you will get 1 by 16. So lambda is plus minus 1 by 4. So you will get lambda from here. Now put this lambda in this equation. You will get A is equal to plus minus 1 by 4 vector B minus 2C. Okay. Now you have to find magnitude of A dot C. So multiply this equation by C dot product. You will get A dot C and apply modulus also. 1 by 4 you can take outside. If you take magnitude, this will become plus 1 by 4. And here B dot C minus 2 C dot C will become mod C square. Okay. Now A dot C you have to find. So 1 by 4. What is B dot C? B dot C is mod B mod C. Mod B mod C is 8. Cos theta is 1 by 2. So 8 by 2 is 4 minus 2C square. So what will become 2C square? Mod C is given 2. So 4 into 2, 8. Whole modulus is there. So you will get 4 by 4, 1. So third option is you are correct. Next, S equal to number of 4-digit numbers ABCD where product of the digit is 20, and P is given number of 5-digit numbers ABCDE where product of the digits is 20 given. So both products are 20 given, then S plus C equal to what? You have to find S plus C, P. So what is the factor of 20? 5, 2, 2. So factor of 20, use this factor and then do. 4-digit number, how to make? One possibility is 5 plus 4 plus 1 and 1. 5, 4, 1, 1. A is 5, B is 4, like this. You can rearrange this. Arrangement of 4 element is factorial 4 by 2 elements are similar. So factorial 2. So what is this? This is equal to 12. Now second possibility is 5, 2, 2, 1. Now arrange this one. You will get factorial 4 by factorial 2 also. Here same. So this is also 12. That means S will become 24. Similarly, you can find P by using same factor. So for P you can write 5, 4, 1, 1, 1 3 times. So this is 5-digit number you have to make. This is arrangement of these numbers are factorial 5 by factorial 3, which is 20. And next you can do 5, 2, 2, and 1, 1. This one. And arrangement of these numbers are factorial 5 by factorial 2 into factorial 2, which is how much? So 5 into 4 into 3 by 2, you will get 30. So P is what? P is 50. S plus P will become how much? 74. So this is your answer. Now moving to the next question. Next question from probability. You have given two bags A and B. A has 9 white and 8 black balls and B has 6 white and 4 black balls. From a bag B, a ball is randomly selected and put into the bag A. Now a ball is randomly selected from bag A. If the probability that selected ball is white is P by Q, then GCD of PQ is 1, then P plus Q you have to find. So how to find this? Two bags you have to take. This is A and this one is bag B. In bag A, there are 9 white balls and 8 black balls. In bag B, 6 white and 4 black balls. You have to select a ball from which bag? From bag B. So from bag B you have to select a ball and put that ball into bag A. So there are two possibilities. If you select a ball from bag B, you can select white ball. Maybe you can get black balls. So there are two possibilities. So if you select white ball, what is the probability for white ball is 6 by 10. And that white ball put here. So total number of white ball here will become 10. 10 plus 8, 18. Total number of ball is 18. Now you have to find probability of getting white ball from bag A is total white ball is 10 and total number of ball is 18. Now second case, if you select from here black balls, what is the probability for black ball? 4 upon 10 into, if you put here black ball will become 9 and white ball also 9, and you have to select white ball from bag A. So 9 by 18. Now simplify this, you will get 3. And from here you will get so what is your answer? 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5. So your LCM is 15. 8 by 15 is your answer. This is given P by Q. P by Q. And GCD means HCF of P and Q is 1. So here HCF is already 1. So P plus Q will become what? 23. So which option is correct? Fourth option. Now next question from indefinite integration. So how to solve this integration? Look here. First of all, you can take common 2 from here. 2 times 2x plus 3 under root 4x square plus 12x plus 7. Now let 4x square plus 12x plus 7 is equal to t square. From here you will get 8x, differentiate this, plus 12 dx is equal to 2t dt. So you can take common 4 here. So this will become cancelled with these two. You will get 2 times how much? 2x plus 3 dx is equal to t dt after simplification. Now you can multiply and divide by 2x plus 3 here. You will get 2x plus 3 dx whole divided by 1 by 2 times 2x plus 3 whole square and under root 4x square plus 12x plus 7. Okay. Now 1 by 2 times 2x plus 3 dx will become t dt by 2. So you can write t dt by 2 whole divided by, this is your t. So under root 4x plus 12x, 4x square plus 12x plus 7 will become t. And this whole square will become what? Simplify this. From here you will get, this is 2x plus 3 whole square minus 2 is equal to t square. So from here you will get t square plus 2, t square plus 2. This t get cancelled. 1 by 4 times integration of dt by t square plus 2. Now you can easily integrate this function. This will become 1 by 4 root 2 tan inverse t by root 2 plus c, because indefinite integration is there. So put the value of t, you will get your option. Your third option is correct. Next question. Let A and B are points on the parabola such that OAB is an equilateral triangle such that OB is the vertex of parabola and AB is the perpendicular to the axis of parabola. Then the minimum distance of circle A and B as a diameter from point O is. So parabola is given, a standard parabola is given. This is y square equal to 4ax. O is here. Now make equilateral triangle. So your circle goes like this. So you have to find this distance, this length. So how to find? Because this is equilateral triangle, so this angle is 30 degree. And this is also 30. Total angle 60 degree. So equation of this line will become y is equal to 1 by root 3x. And equation of parabola is given y square is equal to 4x. Simplify these two, you will get 1 by 3x square is equal to 4x. So from here x is equal to 0 and 12. So this value will become a and b will become x is 12. And if you put x 12, you will get under root 48. Here also 12 minus under root 48. Now you have to find this distance. What is this distance? This distance is, this one is 12 comma 0. So total distance is 12 minus this radius. What is the radius of this circle? Radius is under root 48. And this is the radius. So your answer will become 4 under root 3 root 3. Which option is correct? First option. Now next question. So next part is chemistry.
Hello students, remaining part of the chemistry I am going to be discuss, right? Let us discuss remaining questions what we got from the Students, right? Yeah. What is the question they given? Consider the following reaction. X2 plus Y2 is equilibrium with 2Z. That means this question given from the chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium, sorry. Chemical equilibrium topic. Okay. Consider the following reaction. X2 plus Y2 is equilibrium with 2Z. All are in the gaseous state. 3 moles of X2, 3 moles of Y2 and 9 moles of Z are present at equilibrium. And the volume of container is 1 liter, no issue. When volume of the container is 1 liter, you can deal the question with directly with moles, no issue. When volume of the container is not 1 liter, then is the problem. You can directly deal with moles, right? Right. If 10 moles of Z is added at equilibrium, right here, after that 10 moles of Z is added at equilibrium, calculate the number of moles of Z at new equilibrium. Right, let us see what happened here. Here I have the equation X2 gas plus Y2 gas is equilibrium with 2Z gas. Right. At equilibrium, here it is 3 moles, it is 3 moles, it is 9 moles. No issue. First we have to find out the what? Kc, equilibrium constant. Kc equals to, okay, Z concentration square by X2 concentration into Y2 concentration. Okay, there is no issue. Directly you can deal with moles, as they mentioned volume of the container is 1 liter. Okay, here what you get? 9 square by 3 into 3. Okay, what you get? Kc equals to 9. After that, they added the 10 moles of Z. Don't confuse here. Here, to get the answer, you need to apply the Le-Chatelier principle. Here, initially it is how many moles are present? 3 moles. It is 3 moles. Now I increase the concentration of the product. Then reaction shift towards reactant side, backward direction. Then initially 9 moles of Z is present. Now I am adding the 10 moles, totally 19 moles. Now equilibrium is get disturbed. To re-establish the equilibrium, reaction moves in what direction? Backward direction, because I increase the moles of the product. Then what happened? To re-establish the equilibrium, X2 gas plus Y2 gas is equilibrium with 2Z gas. Then it will become 3 plus X, it will become 3 plus X, it will become 19 minus 2X. You people know that K value 9 is equals to 19 minus 2x whole square by 3 plus x into 3 plus x, 3 plus x whole square. This is upon simplification, what you get? 19 minus 2x by 3 plus x equals to 3. Then 19 minus 2x equals to 9 plus 3x. Then 5x equals to 10. X equals to what you get? 2. What they asked, number of moles of Z at equilibrium. What are the number of moles Z at equilibrium? 19 minus 2x. Number of moles of Z at equilibrium, 19 minus 2x. What is the x value we get? Right? X value is 2. Okay, 19 minus 2 into 2, 4. 19 minus 4, answer will be 15. So this is asked from the chemical equilibrium. Very good question, right? Next, let's move to next question. Okay, electronegativity difference between a group 15 elements and phosphorus is less than electronegativity difference between the another group 15 element and phosphorus. Those group 15 elements respectively are. Here what are the elements of 15 group? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Okay, right? You people should remember it is from the 15th group elements, right? Based on the what? EN, right? You people should remember the EN values. You have to by heart the values. What is the EN value of nitrogen? 3. Okay, 2.1, 2, 1.9, 1.9. Okay, here in between nitrogen and phosphorus, highest difference is there, that is 0.9. And here in between nitrogen and bismuth, we have the lowest difference. What is the difference here? 0.9. We have to see the difference between the phosphorus and bismuth. What is the difference between the phosphorus? EN difference between them is what? 0.2. This is highest difference, this is lowest difference with phosphorus. Highest difference is given by the nitrogen, lowest difference is given by the bismuth. Then answer will be bismuth and nitrogen. Answer is A. Right? This is also easy question, but you have to remember the values of E. Let's move to next question. Okay, right? It's from thermodynamics. And inert pair involved the what? Inert pair effect. Right? Right. Here lead is in the what oxidation state? +4. Here lead is in the what oxidation state? +2. Here tin is in the +4. Here tin is in the +2. Okay, what are the elements of 14th group? Carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. As you know that tin down the group inert pair effect is increases. Actually general oxidation state of this group is +4. Right? That means here due to the inert pair effect, lead wants to be in the +2 oxidation state than lead +4. That means Pb +2 is more stable than the Pb +4. Here to do inert pair effect is very less. Here Sn +2 is more stable than the Sn +4. Okay, down the group, lower oxidation state stability increases. Why? Because due to the inert pair effect. Okay, here Pb +2 is more stable than the Pb +4 due to the inert pair effect. That's why lead wants to be in the +2 oxidation state. That's why it's spontaneously converted into +4 to +2. Spontaneously, process is occur spontaneously from +4 to +2 due to the inert pair effect. That means here it is the spontaneous process. For spontaneous process, delta G is less than 0. But here tin is converted into +4 to +2. For tin, +4 is the stable oxidation state, not +2. That means this reaction not occur spontaneous. Then delta G2 is positive. That means greater than 0. Then what is the correct option? Second option is correct one. Right? Let's move to next question. Okay, given from the electrochemistry. EMF. Okay, consider a galvanic cell made up of 2 hydrogen electrodes. Concentration cells, 2 electrodes are same. Both compartments contains the same metal electrodes, no issue. If concentration of H plus in anode and cathode are C1 and C2, here they given the concentration of H plus C1. Here they given the concentration of H plus C2. It's okay, no issue. Respectively, then E cell is greater than, that means this process is spontaneous process. E cell greater than 0, delta G less than 0 are the conditions for the spontaneity. Okay, process is spontaneous. Then what is the relation between the C1 and C2? First we have to write the equation. At anode what happened? At anode, okay, H2 gas, right, converted into 2H plus gas, aqueous, sorry, aqueous plus 2 electrons. This is happened at anode. Okay, at cathode what happened? At cathode, reverse reaction is occurring. 2H plus cathode gives rise to H2 gas by absorbing the how many electrons? 2 electrons. Okay, here this one, pressure of H2, pressure of H2 given same 1 atm. Then what you get? 2H plus at cathode gives rise to 2H plus at anode. Okay, then this is the overall cell reaction. Then we have to write the Faraday equation. E cell equals to E naught cell. E naught cell hydrogen electrode E naught is 0 for concentration cells. E naught always 0. Then E cell equals to 0 minus 0.059 by NF log H plus anode concentration square just a minute. Okay, right. Okay, right. E cell equals to, just a minute. Okay. Okay, E cell equals to, sorry. Right. What you get? What is the anode equation? At anode oxidation takes place, no? Right? H2. Okay. 2H plus 2 electrons, anode reaction. 2H plus cathode. Okay. Gains 2 electrons, gives rise to H2 gas. Okay. Then overall reaction, this one get cancelled, this one get cancelled. Here concentration is said to be at cathode. What they given? At anode C1. At cathode C2. Then E cell equals to minus 0.059 by NF log H plus concentration cathode square by H plus concentration anode, sorry, anode by cathode. Okay, square here you get that 2 get cancelled. Then this is the equation you get. E cell equals to minus 0.059 by F log H plus anode by H plus cathode. Okay, see here, E cell should be greater than 0. E cell should be greater than 0. Then only cell reaction occurs spontaneously. To be E cell greater than 0, H plus anode should be less than H plus cathode. Then only condition is satisfied. In this condition only, E cell is greater than 0. That means, right, here concentration is what? At anode, C1. And this is concentration is what? At cathode, C2. That means C1 less than C2 or C2 greater than C1. You should understand here E cell equals to minus 0.059 by F log H plus concentration at anode by H plus concentration at cathode. To be cell reaction occurs, E cell should be greater than 0. to be each cell should be greater than 0. This is the condition. H plus at anode, H plus concentration at anode should be less than H plus concentration at cathode. That means C2 should be greater than C1. Then option 3 is correct one. Right? Right. Let's move to next question. Okay, very easiest question. What are the isobars? Isobars. Okay, atomic number should be different. Atomic mass, atomic number should be different. Atomic mass should be same. Your atomic number same? No. Isotopes. Isotopes. Option 3 is isobars. No need to discuss this question. What are the isobars? Isobars are the what? Option 3. Right. Right. Next question. For a reaction A to NB, this we can solve with the help of chemical kinetics, or we can solve it by chemical equilibrium, whatever you can take, or by the stoichiometry. That graph we can. A reaction A to NB, a concentration versus time curve they given. Okay, at both are intersect. Both curves are intersect at time 10 seconds at 0.03 concentration. Okay, let us solve A to NB. A to NB. Say at t is equals to 10 seconds. It is A minus X, it is NX. Okay, right. They given at 10 seconds A minus X equals to NX. A minus X equals to what? NX. Both are intersecting. Okay. Then what is the A minus X? A minus X equals to 0.03. Okay. What is the A? What is the initial concentration of A? 0.05. 0.05 minus X equals to 0. X equals to 0.02. Okay. Right? Right. Then what we have to, curve is given, find the 10. Okay. Okay. This value is what? 0.05, 0.02. A minus X, what is the condition we have at 10 seconds? A minus X equals to NX. A is 0.05 minus 0.02 is equals to N into 0.02. This value is 0.03 is equals to N into 0.03. N is equals to 3 by 2, 1.5. Then 10N equals to 10 into 1.5. Then answer will be 50. Very simple. Or you can apply the rate of reaction. Then you can solve like this also. Minus dA by dt equals to 1 by n plus dB by dt. By using this equation also, by using the chemical kinetics also, you can solve this problem, or you can follow through it. At t is equals to 10 seconds, it will become A minus X. Initially it is A, na? It is 0. At t is equals to 10 seconds, it will become A minus X. It will become NX. But at t is equals to 10 seconds, both curves are intersect. That means A minus X equals to NX. Then substitute the A value, you get the X value. Then easily you can solve the N value. Right? Thank you. Next Vivek sir will continue.
Yeah, hello student. Now we are going to see the mathematics sum, which we got already. As the paper is the little bit lengthy paper, yeah, first question only from the statistics. So we have to be find the lambda and mu value. So by the way, here you can see mean is equal to given mu and variance is equal to given 19. We have to be find this lambda and this is the mu value. So how we can write the mu is equal to continuous series is there, so we can take the class marks. So class marks 8 plus 4 12, 12 by 2 6, so 6 into 3 plus this become the 20, 20 by 2 10, 10 into lambda plus this become 14 into 4 plus 18 into 7 divided by 14 plus lambda. This is our the mean value. Now for the variance, which things are given, the variance is equal to 19. So 19 is equal to, we can write here 3 into 6 whole square lambda into 10 whole square plus 4 into 14 whole square, 7 into 18 whole square divided by 14 plus lambda minus this mu whole square. So 6 into 3 plus tan lambda plus 14 into 4 plus 18 into 7 by 14 plus lambda whole square. After the simplification, you can find from here value mu lambda value. So you can find the lambda value from here 13, and this lambda value once you can find, so lambda value you can put here, so those values equal to, you can find the 6. So that means 13 plus 6 is equal to 19. So our answer is the 19, first option. Now we can see the second sum. Second sum, system of the linear equation only. So system of the linear equation, first of all, we can find the del value. If the del is equal to not 0, then we can say the unique solution. If del is equal to be 0, then we can say this is the infinite many solution. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 5, A, 1, 2, 3 is equal to 0. First of all, I am taking here. Then after the simplification, we can get A value is equal to 8. So that means this is not at all possible for the unique solution. So second number and third option are the cancel out. Now we can check infinite many solution. It will be there if the B is equal to 14 and 16. So for that one, we can take here the delta 3 value. So for the delta 3 value, we are taking here 1, 1, 6. Again from here, 2, 5, 36, 1, 2, B. From here, we can find the B value. So after the calculation, we can get the B value is equal to 14 here. So if the A value is equal to 8 and B value is equal to 14, then we can get infinite many solution. That means our option number 4 is correct. Yeah. Now question related to the complex number. You can see here, as we know, omega is equal to minus 1 plus root 3 I by 2. So you can arrange this one into that format only, means multiply with the I here. So what you can find here, this thing, minus I minus root 3 divided by 2, because I square is equal to minus 1. From here you can take the minus and send on this side. So minus I omega is equal to 1 not I plus root 3 by 2. So this value is equal to, z value is equal to, we can get here minus I omega whole to the power 201 minus I whole to the power 8 we can get here. By the way, omega to the power 201, it is the multiple of 3 only. So that's why this value is equal to 1. And minus I whole to the power 201, this value is equal to I only will come. So I minus I whole to the power 8 means minus 2I whole to the power 8. So negative become the positive, I square whole to the power 4, that also will come the positive only, means 2 to the power 8. So we can say 2 to the power 8 is equal to 256. So our answer is 256 here. Now we can see the next sum. AC between the diagonal opposite of the vertices of the rhombus opposite sides are there. We can take like that A, B, C, D. A coordinate are given here 1, 2 and C coordinate are given here -3, -6. Another one, B coordinate is equal to alpha, beta and gamma delta. We can take the diagonal from here. Diagonal are going to be bisect. Diagonal is going to be bisect here. So you can see alpha plus gamma by 2 is equal to -3 plus 1 by 2. So from here we can get the value alpha plus gamma is equal to -2. And now we can find the value of beta plus delta. So what we can get here, beta plus delta by 2 is equal to, we can get here -6 plus 2 by 2. So this value is equal to beta plus delta is equal to, we can check here, this value will come the -2 here and this multiply with the 2, -4 we can get here. They are asking about the modulus of alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, this value. So from here we can get the -2 from here, -2 -4 modulus is there. So our answer will come 6. So first option is the correct. Yeah, now we can come to the next sum. Next sum belongs to the integration, definite integration chapter. One thing you can see here, most of the time a student directly do the differentiation of such type of question. But here you can see the two variable is there. One is the x is there, another one is t is there. So once we can do the differentiation of this one, then with respect of the t, we can't differentiate with respect of the x. So that's why term related to the x, we have to be keep outside. So first of all, we can use the property here. Already you know this property. F of a minus x dx is there. So now similar way we are using here 0 to x minus t whole square sine x minus t minus x. This x and x is going to be cancelled. We can get here that dt is equal to be x square. Now we can expand this one, x minus t whole square. So 0 to x square plus t square minus 2tx, and from here minus sign t is there, so minus in a multiplication sine t dt is equal to x square. Now you can see x square is the constant, we can treat like a constant. Why? Because here the dt is there, we can send outside that one. So you can send outside, so x square minus x square 0 to x sine t dt plus, by the way, this due to this minus here also we have to be take t square sine t dt 0 to x. Again this minus and this minus become the plus 2x t sine t dt 0 to x is equal to x square. Now easily you can do the differentiation here in this one with respect of the x, this one. Once you can do the differentiation, then you can find the x value. Yeah, otherwise how the shortcut we can see here, once we can put the value of the x, then our the left side become the 0, right side also become the 0. So we can say x is equal to 0 value are going to be satisfied, and this is included here. That means we can say number of solution they are asking here, number of element in the S. So number of element is equal to 1 only. So our answer is a 1 here. Yeah, now we can see the analysis part. Analysis part, once you can see matrices. Every paper we are observing 1 or 2 question. Here also you can observe 2 question is there from the matrices. PNC, 2 question. Generally 1 question is asking, but this time we can we saw 2 question is from the PNC. Probability as it is 1 question we got. Conic section also 1-2 question every time is coming. Statistics, sure 1 question always it is coming. So overall what we are finding here, out of the 17 question, around 8 question and 9 question ratio are there. 8 question from the 11th class and 9 question from the 12th class. Your overall complete paper if you want to see, then out of the 25, we are observing here like that 10 question, yeah 11 question and 14 question like that the ratio are there, yeah 12 and 13. So 12 question from the 11th class, 13 question from the 12th class it is there. Overall paper we are seeing, we won't say very much difficult, we can say moderate to difficult. Still in this paper we can find so many easy question are there. So if you can solve this easy question, then you are going to be get the good marks in this paper. So now chemistry sir is going to be discuss with you the chemistry paper.
Hello all students. So let's see today's chemistry paper analysis. The paper is not easy. First of all, to understand, it is moderate and some questions are very tricky, very logical that very carefully we have to solve it, right? So coming to the questions, here the collection of questions are around 20 questions. Out of these 20 questions, 11th and 12th, let us see first. 11th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 questions are there of 11th and 10 questions are there of 12th standard out of the 20 questions, and most probably whatever the leftover memory based remaining to the memory based question, whatever leftover 5 questions are there, they may be most probably from the 12th standard only, because from the starting onwards I am telling you one point, there will be a ratio between 11th and 12th standard. 40 to 45% will be of 11th standard and 55 to 60% will be of 12th standard questions. But 11th standard by weightage lesser, but by fundamental concepts it is mandatory for all the 12th standard chapters, right? So accordingly let us see. And if you see the difficulty level also, question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 questions out of 20 are easy. Maybe it is like some of the questions are partial only, that when the final question is coming, the original question comes, maybe the level difference we may see. So based upon the information we got till now, whatever the analysis is there, accordingly this is the majority of the questions are looking easier, right? But some questions are there, they look easier but they are taking more time than expected. Okay na? So now coming to chapter wise, from which concept the questions have come, and also I will compare it with the previous year session questions also. Suppose you see the first question, periodic table. Till now, this is the 6th shift of January session, and in all the 6 shifts, periodic table, periodic classification question has come. That too, majority of the time, the question is based on the comparison between the physical properties of elements, like comparison of atomic size, ionic size, then ionization energy, electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity, etc. Right? So similar is the question they have asked here. In 2 statements they have asked. In one statement atomic radius comparison, and in another statement electronegativity comparison. And the next question came from alkyl halides. Alkyl halides in linking with hydrocarbons and alcohols. It is something like a bridge chapter between hydrocarbons, the previous chapter, and the next chapter, alcohols. Therefore, if any question is asked from hydrocarbons, must and should there will be a link with haloalkanes, alkyl halides. Like that, the importance is there. And within alkyl halides also, what we have observed is they are focusing on SN1, that means nucleophilic substitution, SN1, SN2, and elimination reaction. So be careful in these 4 reactions, SN1, SN2, E1, E2, along with their mechanisms and exceptions, right? So repeatedly questions are coming. Next is from the chemical bonding with VSEPR theory, structure based question was asked, XeO2F2, so that can be easily done. Then some basic concepts of organic chemistry, quantitative analysis. This is also another repeated chapter. Only in today's morning shift, the question was different. It was from the same chapter, but the question was different. But in the rest of all the shifts, 5 shifts, the question was same. That is in estimation of element. One time they have asked nitrogen by Zeldal's method. One time they have asked sulfur. One time they have asked phosphorus. And today they have asked chlorine, right? So very important concept it became in this shift. Then coordination compounds, high weightage chapter. It is from crystal field theory. Morning 2 questions came from crystal field theory, and this is also from crystal field theory. Solutions also again simple chapter, and regularly question is coming. So from ideal solutions the question has come. It was easy only, that you can understand here also. And POC, practical organic chemistry, again repeatedly question is coming in all the shifts about identification of functional groups. So here it was the question based on the iodoform test. Okay. Next, D block elements. Potassium dichromate was treated with potassium iodide, and they were asking what is the oxidation number of chromium in the product form. Very simple question only, a simple concept only. If we know the concept, we can definitely directly within seconds we can answer it, right? Then next question is from GOC, reaction intermediate. It is the first time that in all these 6 sessions, carbocation rearrangement, carbocation intermediate stability comparison was asked. So that is also very, very simple question only. But this biomolecules question is difficult here actually, because he asked about the structure of DNA. What he has asked is in DNA, you know that nucleotides will be there, right? So he was asking what is the chiral center, where will be the chiral center present? Optically active chiral center will be there in a DNA molecule. That is to some extent it is difficult only, you can understand it is marked as difficult, right? So carboxylic acids and amines, it is a group of reagents, lengthy question. Nitrogen containing compounds, properties of amines, this was also easy, comfortably we can do. And mole concept, concentration term, comfortable. Then photoelectric effect was asked. Till now the question was not asked from photoelectric effect. It was asked mainly from the Bohr's model, but this time they asked from photoelectric effect. So with this pattern of questions, you can understand this 23rd evening session paper, not only in physics and maths, even in chemistry also variety got increased. Expectation was different and reality is different. From chemical equilibrium constant, it was doable only. From P block elements, periodic trends was asked. It was the same question where we were discussing from the periodic table also. Thermodynamics questions also was easier based on Gibbs free energy. They have asked this question. Electrochemistry, galvanic cell asked, and atomic structure they did not ask about much calculation based, but in fact they asked about the isobars. So simple concept only it is that we can easily do it. And last question again from chemical equilibrium, the question was on equilibrium constant, right? So till now we have not seen any question based on ionic equilibrium. So maybe probably whatever the 5 missing questions are there, from that it may be there. So overall this is the analysis of 23rd paper, and all the best for 24th morning shift and evening shift student. Do well and be calm and peaceful, and you will do the best. Thank you, all the best. And now I invite our physics faculty to do the further questions and analysis.
Hello students, good evening everyone. How are you all? Almost all the students have seen the questions, and we have also received some questions from the student side. Those questions we are going to discuss as at the initial of that part. We have already said that whatever the paper, the questions, the students were saying that it is like moderate to difficult, but more on the difficult side. So already few questions has been discussed, some more questions has been received now. The rest of the questions we are going to discuss now. Let's have the first one here. So now in this question, so this particular question has been taken from the current electricity, and that too the concept is from the potentiometer it is being taken. So you can say the EMF of two cells are measured using the potentiometer method if the balance length are 200 centimeters and 150 centimeters. So you have two balance length that is what 200 centimeter and 150 centimeter. If the least count is 1 centimeter, then find the percentage error in the calculating. This concept is actually a multi-concept. It has been taken the combination of potentiometer as well as the errors. So this is a multi-concept problem. So you can utilize the basic factor of the potentiometer, that the EMF of the cell inside a potentiometer is directly proportional to the length. So you can take here directly, so which means I can directly take here, if this is basically the comparison of two EMF of the cell, so which can be taken as E1 by E2 is equals to L1 by L2. As he is asking us to find out the percentage error, so to find out the percentage error, let us assume this particular case E1 by E2 is equals to, I would like to assume it as E. Let us assume this part, which means now if I am taking this particular case in terms of the errors, or let me write this part very clearly, E is equals to L1 by L2. Now if I am taking this particular case in terms of errors, then I can write this factor as delta L1 by L1 plus this is going to be delta L2 by L2. You can take this particular case. So now indirectly we need to find out the percentage of the error. That is what we have to take, but at the end we need to multiply by 100%. So that is what I am going to do at the end. So firstly delta E by E I am taking as it is. Delta L1 is nothing but the least count, and that least count is nothing but 1 centimeter. So I would like to take that part 1 by, this is going to be how much? 200 plus this is delta L2 by L2. So delta L2 is nothing but basically the least count in this particular potentiometer wire. So I can take, again it is going to be 1 whole divided by E2, which is actually taken as E2 is equals to, sorry, whole divided by L2, and the value of L2 is nothing but 150. So if I simplify this particular case, but remember this part, this is basically taken in terms of centimeters. Okay, anyhow you are finding out the errors. So what you can say, delta E by E, which will be equal to, you can take here, this is going to be 350 whole divided by 200 into 150. So 53s and 57s. And if I need to find out the percentage, so this is going to be delta E by E percent, which means I need to multiply by 100 on both the sides. So I'm going to take here 7 by 600 into 100%, which means 100 ones 106. So 7 by 6 is going to be 1.16 you are going to get here. So hence option 2 is a correct answer. This particular question comes under the category of medium side because it has two concepts, multi-conceptual one. Okay, so let's go for the next question. So now in this next question, what he has given, this question has been taken from the kinematics, topic is motion under gravity. So let us see this question, what he is asking. A man jumps from the plane. After 2 seconds he opened parachute, due to which he retards with 3 meters per second square. So basically he is retarding at an acceleration of 3 meters per second square. So now he is asking, when the man is at 10 meters height from the ground, its speed is 5 meters per second. Find the height of the plane when he jumped. Let us understand this part in a schematic way. So let me take this particular plane, and now from this, let us assume that the man has jumped from here, and his initial velocity, obviously the plane is at rest. He did not mention. Let us assume that the plane is actually a rest position. So or else he will have mentioned the velocity of the plane. So initial velocity is going to be 0 meters per second. Now after 2 seconds, he is opening his parachute at this particular point, and then after that he is maintaining the same part, and then after from here to here 10 meters above the ground, this is nothing but 10 meters above the ground, what he is doing, 10 meters above the height from the ground, its speed is 5 meters per second. So 10 meters from the ground, his speed is actually how much? 5 meters per second. But here this is nothing but what is the time taken? Already he has given t equals to 2 seconds. To solve this particular case, what I am going to do is, initially I would like to find out this particular distance and this velocity, then I can find out this distance so that I might get the complete distance. So let us take with this particular case, using the factor v is equals to u plus at, you can find out, or you can take the time. Already I have a time here, so I can take s is equals to ut plus half at square. From this I can find out the distance very easily. Half into, right now all the options are far away, so I would like to take it as 10 here. So half into 10 into the time taken is 2 square. This is going to be, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. Therefore the distance he is traveling here is going to be how much? 20 meters. So I can take here, so this complete distance that he traveled is how much? 20 meters. Followed by this, I would also like to find out the velocity at this point, so I can even take here, that is equals to v equals to u plus at. You can take here, anyhow initial velocity is 0, acceleration is going to be 10, and the time is 2 seconds. So therefore the velocity is going to be how much? 20 meters per second. So if I find out the velocity, I'm getting here as 20 meters per second. I have the initial velocity here as 20 meters per second. I have the final velocity for this path as 5 meters per second, and during this he is maintaining the acceleration of, or indirectly he is maintaining deceleration. So there is negative of acceleration. I can take here is nothing but minus 3 meters per second square. So I have initial velocity, I have final velocity, I have acceleration. Can I find out the distance? I can find out, yes. So I can take here from v square minus u square equals to 2as, and for this I would like to name this particular as path 1. So I'm taking this particular case as path 1, and this part I will like to take it as path 2. Okay now, so this is for the path 1 I did, and this I am doing for the path 2. Anyhow, path 1 distance I got it as how much? 20 meters. Path 2 distance I am going to find out. Path 3 already I am having 10 meters. At the end, if I add all these 3, I'll get the final height of this particular man from the plane. I hope you got my point. Coming to this particular case, you know the final velocity is going to be 5. So I would like to take here 5 square. The initial velocity is going to be 20. So this is going to be 20 square. 2 into acceleration is minus 3 into the distance s. So this is 5 square is 25 minus of 400 equals minus of 6s. So which we can take it as here as minus of 375 is equals to minus 6s, which means 6 can s can also be taken as, I can take this particular case as s, that s can be taken as s is equals to 375 by 6. So you will be getting 62.5 meters you will be getting. So that distance is equals to how much? 62.5 meters. So therefore here you can see very clearly here, so it is going to be how much? This part is going to be how much? 62.5 meters. Now add the total distance. So how much? 20 plus 62.5 plus 10. Can I take it as 92.5 meters? Yes, and yes, second option is a correct answer. This particular question also comes under the medium category. I hope you got this part. So let us go for the next question. The question of the mains level. This is beyond mains, you can say that, but you can say the question of the shift, you can say, or so far the question, the best question of overall JEE mains, you can say, of this particular sessions which has been started to till date. So let us understand this part. So this particular question, what he is saying, in a long solenoid of cross section, radius of 2 centimeter and 500 per centimeter turn density. So he gave that there is a radius of that 2 centimeter, whatever the coil is there, and its turn density already he has given 500 per centimeter, it's the density. And now a ring moves with constant speed 10 centimeters per second with axis coinciding with the axis of solenoid. So there is one ring which is actually moving inside the solenoid with certain velocity, and that velocity is already he mentioned as which is nothing but how much? 10 centimeter per second. And also he can say the radius and resistance of the ring is 1 centimeter. So this particular ring has the radius of 1 centimeter and its resistance is how much? 10 ohms he has given. So you can take here radius and resistance of the ring. Now find the heat dissipated in the ring. We need to find out the heat dissipated in the ring while it transfers of distance and the current in the solenoid he has given here. So basically we need to find out the heat dissipated. To find out the heat dissipated, can I use this part? Q will be equal to, as there is a variation in this and there is no what we can say voltage is being provided indirectly, there is an EMF produced and that EMF is an induced EMF due to the motion of a ring inside a solenoid. I hope you got my point. So indirectly we are not going to utilize the whatever the heat is there, we can take here P dt, we are going to take here PT, we are going to take a power into time, but it is variating, so that's why I'm going to take in form of an integration. So I can take here integration of P dt. So we can take here, so time is going to be from 0 to t. Now we required P, already he gave us the resistance of the ring here, so power can also be taken as indirectly, we can take it here as V square by R. So I would like to take that part, but in place of that particular V, I have to take the EMF of the induced EMF. Indirectly I can say it as an induced EMF. So that means I can take here 0 to T, which is going to be E square whole divided by R into T. Interestingly, R is constant, I would like to take outside, but the next case that I can do here is E is nothing but my induced EMF. So I would like to keep this factor as it is. I would like to work on the induced EMF. So in order to simplify that particular induced EMF, I would like to take it individually and at the end I would like to substitute back in this particular equation. So let us come back to this particular case. So therefore, the induced EMF can also be taken as basic formula minus of d phi by dt you can take here, which means the induced EMF is equals to minus of d by dt of phi, and phi can be taken as BA cos theta. So I am taking that particular case BA cos theta. Now you can see what is theta. So basically theta is nothing but the angle between the magnetic field and the area vector. So in this case magnetic field also acting in the same direction, area vector is also acting in the same direction. That means the angle between magnetic field and area vector is going to be 0 degrees. So if it is 0, so BA cos 0 is going to be 1. So indirectly I am going to get here as only BA. Now the interesting part arises. B is nothing but magnetic field and that too inside a solenoid. So B is equals to, you can take it as mu naught Ni. So I am going to take that part B is equals to minus of d by dt of, this can be taken as mu naught Ni into the area of that particular ring, and ring is having the radius as something he has given 1 centimeter. I would like to maintain it as a small r and at the end I would like to substitute all the values. So let me take this particular case as pi r square. Now what I can do here, I would like to take all the terms, constant terms outside, but he said already that the current in the solenoid is equals to how much? 10 cos 100 pi t, which means the current is variating. The current is variating, which means mu naught is constant, number of turns is going to be constant, obviously radius is also going to be constant, pi is constant mathematically. I am going to take them out of this particular differentiation, and the only thing which is variating is nothing but my current, and already current in the solenoid he has given 10 cos 100 pi t, that I am going to substitute here. So the moment when I am substituting that part, E is equals to minus of mu naught Ni. Okay, so I has to be taken inside only, so I am going to take this I inside only. So I am going to take here mu naught N, I am going to take as it is, and this is pi r square I am taking as it is. You can take here d by dt of I, and then if you substitute back this equation, this is going to be mu naught and this is N into pi r square, and you can take here d by dt of I you have to take here. So d by dt of I, but already the value of I is 10 cos 100 pi t. I am going to take here 10 cos 100 pi t. Very interesting part so far. Okay, the student who was able to, you can say almost it is a kind of advanced level question you can say. So coming to the next case, minus of mu naught into n pi r square. The term 10 I can take out common from here. So basically you can take this part d by dt of cos 100 pi t. So differentiation of cos is basically minus. So minus that differentiation of cos is going to be in terms of minus sign. That minus into minus is going to become plus, and this is going to be inner derivative of 100 pi t is going to be 100 pi into sine of 100 pi t. So this is the part for the EMF, and completely this whole part can be, I would like to rearrange this part, 1000 mu naught into n, okay, pi n r square, or pi into pi is going to be how much, pi square into sine of 100 pi t, which means this is the EMF of the cell, EMF, induced EMF. Now I need to find out the final case, that is the heat. So to find out that heat, what I am going to do is Q is equals to, and also I need to find out this time t. To find out this time t, what I am going to do is, already you know that my particular ring is moving with a speed of how much, 10 centimeter per second, and it is traveling a distance of how much, you can say it is also traveling a distance of 1 centimeter. So you can take this particular case, velocity, this is radius, he has given the transfers of this is distance 10 centimeter. Here distance 10 centimeter is actually missing here. So you can take this particular case as velocity can be taken as distance by time. So time can be taken as distance by velocity. Distance is 10 centimeter, velocity is 10 centimeter per second. So time is going to be how much? 1 second. So the maximum limit of this part is going to be 0 to 1. So let us continue this part in the next slide. So I would like to continue this part in the next slide. I am going to substitute this value of E in this particular equation. So now I can take here Q will be equal to integration of 0 to t into E square by R into dt, and now Q is equals to 1 by R. I have to take outside 0 to t into E square into dt. I am going to substitute the value of this part, 0 to t, time is going to be 1, and you can take this particular case here like 1000 mu naught pi square nr square. So I'm going to take here 1000 mu naught pi square nr square, 1000 mu naught pi square nr square, you can take here sine 100 pi t. So you can take here sine 100 pi t. So this is going to be sine 100 pi t, and it is going to be how much, whole square, and it is going to be dt. And finally what we are going to do here is 1 by r. I like to take all the terms constant outside. When I am taking out, it's going to be 1000, I am going to take here mu naught into pi square n r square whole divided by r. I am going to take out common, and it's going to be 0 to 1. This is going to be sine square 100 pi t. This sine square 100 pi t can also be taken as this particular case 1 minus sine square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. So I'm going to take here 1 minus cos 200 pi t whole divided by 2 dt. And finally, if you do this particular part in the integration, so q 1000 into mu naught into pi square n r square whole divided by capital R. If you do the integration for this part, for the cosine over a complete period, it is going to be 0. This 2 will come outside, and integration of this is nothing but 1 dt is going to be t, and it is going to be 0 to 1. Upper limit minus lower limit, if you do, you are going to get this as 1000 mu naught pi square nr square by 2r. We have the given data here. If you substitute all those values, you are going to get 200 mu j from the given data if you substitute. So approach was very, very important. That's why I have shown you this complete approach for this particular problem. Let us go for the next case. And now I am going for the next question. Hope everyone got this part. So if you substitute, you will get the final answer here. So I'm going to get here, that is approximately 200 mu j. Okay, now let's go for the next question. So in this particular question, what he has given, a particle of mass 14 kg explodes into 3 fragments, 2:2:3, and both equal fragments fly with a speed of 18 meters per second mutually perpendicular to each other. So this basically question is based on the conservation of linear momentum. Then find the speed of the third one. So it is actually a derivative of the previous year's question. So I would like to take here, if it is a 14 kg, then I can take very clearly that the 14 ratio is nothing but 2:2:3, which means I can take here 4 kg, and 6 kg I can take here. Let us assume that 4 kg is moving in this direction with a velocity of how much, 18 meters per second, and another 4, because he said that both are moving perpendicular to each other, so another 4 kg is actually moving in this direction with a velocity of 18 meters per second. And the speed of the third fragment, he is saying the third fragment is expected to go in this particular direction, and it is going to be 6 kg with certain velocity. You know, if it is 18 meters per second, if it is 18 meters per second, the resultant is going to be 18 root 2 meters per second. If I am finding out the momentum of this particular case, 18 root 2 into 4 meters per, this is 18 root 2 into 4, which is going to be the momentum. So we can say to find the speed of the third momentum, net momentum is going to, third body, I can say after explosion, he's saying to find out the velocity of the third body, net momentum is going to be 0. If net momentum is going to be 0, so I can say, I can equate this side will be equal to this side, so which means 18 into 4, which is going, okay, 18 root 2 into 4, which is equals to, this is 6 into velocity v, let the velocity be v in this direction. So 6 1 6 3s 4 3s 12, so velocity is going to be 12 root 2 meters per second, which is going to be your second option for this particular case. So this question comes under the medium question, and while the previous question comes under the hard category. So let us go for the next question. Now, this question has been taken from the waves, and he said, this question is very simple question. Might be student in hurry-burry, might be they have done a small mistake, and this is a standardized question. You will find out this question in our result sheet also. So let's go with this case. Speed of the sound in air at 0 degrees Celsius is v. Then at what temperature the speed of the sound becomes 2v? So we can say velocity, he has given speed, sorry. So speed is directly proportional to square root of temperature. So I can take a speed of sound 1 by speed of sound 2 will be equal to square root of temperature T1 by square root of temperature T2. So for the first one, the speed was v, while the second one, it was how much? 2v. And for the first one, the temperature is at 0 degrees Celsius, means nothing but you can take this part as 273 Kelvin. So I can substitute that particular part, 273 Kelvin. Kelvin, I am saying repeatedly, I am saying 3 times because the options are in terms of degrees Celsius, whole divided by T2. And now if you do squaring on both the sides, this and this will get cancelled obviously. So this is going to be V2 is equals to 273 into 4, which is going to be how much? Which is going to be 1092, which is going to be Kelvin. But you have to convert this into Celsius, so you will be getting 819 degrees Celsius, which is actually your option number 4, right? So let us go for the next question. Another question is basically extracted from the electrostatics based on the concept of electrostatic potential energy. So now let us solve this part. There is an electric field in space which E bar equals to A by R square into R cap. He said A is constant. There are 2 point charges of -2 mu c and +7 mu c present at 9, 0, 0 and -9, 0, 0. If electric potential energy of the system is 0, he said that electric potential energy of the system is 0, then he is saying us to find out this constant value. A in SI unit is, assuming everything is in SI unit. So firstly, we will try to draw the figure for the given part. I would like to take here, this is nothing but 2 charges. One is -2, which is at 9, 0, 0, while the other one is at +7, which is at -9, 0, 0. So I would like to take here -2 mu c is taken here, while 7 mu c is taken here. And you can take this particular case as -9, 0, 0, and this part can be taken as +9, 0, 0. Nextly, what we can take here, there is nothing but the electric field is actually in space. That means that in between them, the electric field is exhibiting. Electric field is possible if there is a third point charge. So the third point charge might be here due to that particular electric field. So I would like to bring that particular point charge from this electric field part. So I can take here E is equals to A by R square, and we know that electric field can also be taken as KQ by R square. Let that third charge be Q, I am assuming from my side. So and this particular charge is Q, which is equals to how much? A by R square. So now anyhow this is in vector form, so R cap indicates the unit vector whose value is going to be how much? 1. So I am going to take here this R square and this R square will actually get cancelled, and you are going to get Q is equals to A by K. So this is basically a third charge which I am going to utilize in further of my numerical. Right now he said that if the electric potential energy of the system, he said for the whole system, if electric potential energy is 0, then it is easy for us to find out the value of this particular A. To find out that particular case, I would like to take the electric potential energy. To find out this part, I'm going to take for the system. First, I would like to take here, and this particular distance is going to be how much? 18 centimeter, which means the distance between these two is going to be how much? 9 centimeter, and this two is going to be how much? 9 centimeter. I think everyone got this part. Now you can take here K into the potential energy, basic formula is K into Q1 Q2 by R. So for the system means each and every charge should be involved. So this is one charge, this is another charge, this is third charge, and in potential energy you must involve the negative sign also. So I am going to take here K into Q1 is 7, and 7 into 10 power minus 6 into that particular charge is going to be Q, whole divided by the distance between them is 9 centimeter. So 9 into 10 power minus 2. Nextly, I'm going to take here, I would like to take between these two charges. So I would like to take here K into, the first charge is going to be Q, and the second charge is going to be minus 2 mu C. Plus into minus, that minus I would like to substitute here, and this is going to be 2 into 10 power minus 6 whole divided by, the distance between them is also going to be 9. So 9 into 10 power minus 2. The last one is going to be between both the charges. So we are going to take here K into Q1, 7 into 10 power minus 6, and the last one is nothing but 2 into 10 power minus 6 whole divided by, the distance between them is going to be 18 into 10 power minus 2, and because of this minus I am taking here as minus. He said that the potential energy of the system is 0. So I would like to take this particular case as 0. Since I am taking this part, potential energy of the system is 0. So I am substituting that part here. So this is going to be 0. So what is the leftover part? Can I take the LCM of this? 2 and this is 7. So I can take 5 into 5kq into 10 power minus 6 whole divided by 9 into 10 power minus 2. And this is going to be 14kq, that is in no q, 14k into 10 power minus 12 whole divided by 18 into 10 power minus 2. You can send this particular case here, so that you are going to get 14k into 10 power minus, it's 12 actually, 10 power minus 12 whole divided by 18 into 10 power minus 2, which is equals to 5. So you can take here 5kq into 10 power minus 6 whole divided by 9 into 10 power minus 2. 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 2 will actually get cancelled, and you can take 9 ones, 9 twos, 2 ones, 2 sevens, k and k will get cancelled, and even you can take a 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 6 will get cancelled, only minus 6 is left over. You are having q equals to 7 into 10 power minus 6, that is the only thing left over. Lastly, you can take here 7 into 10 power minus 6 is equals to q, and in place of that particular q, you can take the value as, already we got that value, a by k, that's the thing. So if you take this part a by k, and you know already this is going to be 7 by, okay, this 5 is also there, that 5 might be written here, I just missed that part, so 7 by 5. So you can take the final step, 7 by 5 into 10 power minus 6 into k, which is 9 into 10 power 9 equals to a. After solving, you will get the value of a, which is equals to, you'll be getting something like 1.2 something, 1.2 something you'll be getting into 10 power 4. That will be your final result. I think you got this part. This question comes under the, like calculation was deep, so I will take above medium, not exactly hard, above medium you can take here. And now let's come to the last question which we received. These all are memory based questions, and now we are going to deal with this last question that we have received from the students. So fission of this single nucleus uranium 235 liberates energy of 96 mega electron volts. Now he is asking us to simplify energy released by fission of 47 grams of uranium. So basically I'll take here, already I have the energy, so this is a very easy question. So this energy means 96 mega electron volts multiplied by number of molecules you can take out. First number of moles you take it out, weight by gram molecular weight you can take here, which is going to be 47 whole divided by 235, and it is going to be how much? 1 by 5 you will be getting here. And now this particular case has to be multiplied. So this is number of moles you can say, and this is going to be number of molecules you can take here, or number of molecules or number of atoms, which is equals to 1 by 5 into Avogadro's number 6.023 into 10 power 23. Finally, I need to find out the energy, which is equals to 96 mega electron volts. So mega means I can take here 10 power 6, electron volts means 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 multiplied by, I have to take this particular number number of atoms you can take here overall. So which is going to be how much? 1 by 5 into 6.023 into 10 power 23. If you simplify this particular case, you are going to get the answer. Approximately you'll be getting 1.42 into 10 power 15. Approximately you'll be getting the part. So these were the questions which we have basically received from our student side. Now we will take the quick analysis what the question paper has been through this particular shift. If you look into this 11th wala case, so from 11th you can see 1, 2, and you are having 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of questions which we have received from the student side is approximately 19. Out of 19, we got 6 questions from the 11th side. So those 6 questions from the 11th side is nothing but the 11th one question was medium, another one was also medium, third one was also medium, fourth one was medium, and this 5th and 6th. All these questions were actually medium. And now you can see here, what were the topics? The hardest question that we can have here is basically from the geometrical optics, image formation in convex lens was considered as one of the above medium because of the calculation part. So that's why it is taken under the harder. And then next one was taken in the moment of inertia. Moment of inertia was like you can take it as a medium question, not easy. Actually, this was more calculative, so you can take it as medium question. And now polarization and Brewster's law. This is nothing but actually if a student is familiar with the formula, then it was easy, or else it was not familiar. If the student was not familiar with the formula, then it will be one of the medium question for the student. So actually familiar with the formula. And so after 2022, this is the first year that we got this Brewster's law in this particular shift. Now after that we have a question from the electrostatics, and that too from the capacitor, and it was a medium question. Followed by this mechanical properties of fluid, that means viscosity directly formula based question, terminal velocity formula based question we got here in this particular shift. Followed by Newton's laws of motion, motion along the inclined plane, that was the easy question actually. And then after that you can say magnetic effects of current and magnetic effect due to the wires we are having the part. So direct formula was there, direct substitution and simplification, and that is a standardized question that we will be showing in our classes, the first question or the second question in our class itself. Followed by that prism and total internal reflection based, we got 2 questions on prism and total internal reflection. So basically if you see in this 2026 so far, whatever the exams has been conducted, in all the exams from geometrical optics, majority prism has been repeated. For the next whatever the session is, the student can refer those part. And in thermodynamics, work done in isothermal and adiabatic process, so the combination of both the process has been asked in this case. And then after that this was the easy question, the logic gate simple and easy question was given. The student will have taken more and more time, they know, but they were unable to calculate the perfect part. So we can say in fluid mechanics, excess pressure, pressure from the bottom to the top, the temperature he has given, he was asking to find out the volume in that particular case. Followed by that in electrostatics, electric field due to dipole, this was also one of the challenging question you can take here, because calculation was very deep in that particular part. No doubt it is a derivative of the PYQ of 2025 January attempt as well as the April attempt. The model was asked, but that was in the formula base and directly you will have done. But here the calculation was very deep, so it will have taken on overall the paper was a time taking. No doubt if it is looking like a medium also, the calculation was in deep. It was in very deep. That's why I said moderate to difficult, more side on the difficult side. Coming to the next part, on the question from the potentiometer based, that was combined with the errors case. Potentiometer combined with the error case, which make this question as a medium. Next, motion under gravity was also a kind of a medium question. Then you have multiple connect question, that is based on the EMI as well as the current electricity. The current part, the heat part he asked, followed by EMI, and in that EMI we required magnetic flux as well as induced EMF were required in that particular case, and no doubt some detailed calculation or solving part. Followed by that center of mass and collision, conservation of momentum, which is actually we will be teaching this particular part in our regular classes also, and in RPT exams also you have experienced many questions based on this particular case. Followed by this sound waves, that is nothing but velocity of the sound. That was an easy question. This is taken in medium because of only single part, that the answer you'll be getting in kelvins, you have to convert that into the degrees Celsius. Now after that we have also received the question from the electrostatics, that is based on the potential energy, which we did in then the last one, potential energy wala, where the potential energy became 0. And the last but not the least, nuclear physics, that is based on the basic formula E energy and the basic calculation. Overall, this particular paper was from moderate to difficult and more on the difficult side because of the very deep calculation. Most precisely, majority of the students who are going to attempt for tomorrow and on 28, they might be thinking that, okay, with this shift should we get ready, or what we have to do. Many tensions are coming to them in the mind. I just only strongly suggest that not to take tension. Don't believe anything. Just take one thing, that okay, just repeat your formulas, because you have solved n number of problems. So day by day, as either maybe the level of the paper might increase or decrease, so overall part will remains same only. Overall level of the paper remains same. You have done enough practicing. So one more thing you can say, they will be 100% easy questions which will be directly formula based, which you can see here. Even though in this tough type of paper the language was used was very kind of tough language, but there were certain questions the formula based, but the options were quite tricky. So for these particular cases, you need to look at the options very perfectly. Now the students has been asking in the chat box that what should we revise, sir? Nothing, you just go with the formulas, and during those 3 days you can go with these papers and their beyond level problems also from our sheet, and also the whatever the DPPs we have given in the last month, and those and our papers you can revise it. That's it. So don't take so much of tension. The paper level might go up or down, but always stay positive and stay calm. All the best for all the students who are going to attempt for tomorrow, I mean 24th as well as 28th. That's it from our side. Thank you.